Hey everybody, welcome to Wither and Bloom Studios. We are excited to bring you some Dungeons and Dragons tonight.
Woo!
How we doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Great.
Pouring some drinks?
We're pouring drinks. We're making drinks. We're doing drinks, you know. We were a little late to getting ready.
Well, I think that, first of all, I got a few announcements to make. I got a lot to talk about. It's session 1 tonight of the long rest, and we're coming off of 2 really successful session zeros.
Awesome session zeros.
I thought they were great. Like, I had a really good time with those. I'm trying to get myself situated here in my proper location as I keep creeping off the screen. It's like my chair is on wheels.
Just sliding out of...
I'm sliding out of frame a little bit.
That happens.
So first of all, really good session zeros where, number 1, we developed collaboratively, we developed the town of Pepperwick, which is where we're going to be starting our game tonight. And I'm probably going to throw you guys a couple of curveballs in the beginning, so I hope that's okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. But, so that's the first thing. Second thing is, well, I won't tell you that just yet. Let me gather my thoughts here. Let's do this. Can we begin? But first of all, do you have any announcements?
No, just the pregame whenever we're ready for it.
You have one?
I do, yeah.
Oh, good. I didn't even ask you if you had a pregame tonight. Atticus, would you like to lead us off with a pregame?
Absolutely.
I would love that.
So, in the interest of bringing some of the stage drama work that I do from time to time, I want to bring in a warm-up activity that I did a lot during a production of Our Town that I did, which was more of like an icebreaker, but it still can be switched around and done a little warm-up-y. I want to do what's called a Rosebud Thorn, which is tell us something. A rose is something good that either you did or happened to you within the last week. A thorn is something bad that either you did or had happened to you within the last week. And a bud is something that you're looking forward to within the upcoming week. And I want all 3 of us to do that in character. So something good that happened, something bad that happened, and something that you're looking forward to as Bear, Zmog, and Brune.
Okay. Who wants to start us off on that?
That's the question. Should we roll a d4 and decide?
You want me to roll?
Todd's rolling a d4.
Yeah,
I'm rolling a d4.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, and I'll re-roll 4s. What? Wait, what?
Are you writing it down?
Yeah, I was writing it down so I could make sure I remembered everything.
Maybe I won't roll it too.
A rose being something good that happened to you within the last week. Thorn being something bad that happened to you within the last week. And a bud being something that you're looking forward to in the next week.
Appropriately enough, I rolled 3.
Oh, fantastic.
So you could take us out of the gate.
Great. I think Brune's rose would be the completion of a project she's been working on, being the longsword that she carries around at the beginning of our campaign, that she made it herself in this forge in the town. And it's not perfect. There are some delaminations along the blade. It's definitely the work of a beginner, but it's something that they're proud of. I think a thorn within the last week is maybe there was some rain a few days ago, and the subterranean hole that Brune has kind of claimed for herself has seen better days and is feeling a little muggy. And the bud, let's see, maybe for the bud, maybe there's a traveling bard that whose tunes are a little more uplifting than others, coming into one of the inns next week. That has been a little bit excited.
Okay. We should probably also start off with, before we get to the next one, tell us who you are and who you're playing, because I know we have those for our videos later on the break, but...
Hi, I'm Atticus, they, them. I'm playing Brune, our Earth Genasi paladin.
Nice. Okay, that was great. Any volunteers, or should I roll to see which of the two of you?
Just roll it.
All right.
I mean, I can go.
Fire away.
You were just about to say Eric goes next.
I was. But you
I'll
stole
go.
it.
I don't
Take
care.
it. Take it.
Okay, so hi, Garrett. I'll be playing Baradin.
Nice!
Yeah.
It's been a long day. I apologize.
No need to apologize.
Baradin, new character, who this? Cleric, dwarven cleric. So the question I had for you, Todd.
Yes.
We might have covered this in session 1, but I forget. Didn't you say that a pilgrimage is on its way, like it's around that time?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
That's what I want to use as my bud.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Is that a new group is coming into town soon, which I think could follow the bard. You know,
yeah.
The town is preparing for this new group. So that's the bud.
Love it.
Now the rose is something that was positive to happen, correct?
Yes.
Rose. I would say in the spirit of Baradin, one of the local farmers is, I'm going to say that I just harvested a pretty healthy crop, which will also help with this influx of people that are coming towards our town. And a thorn. I would say the thorn, to play on what you maybe said, because we talked about this in one of our sessions, is that I believe you might have been an apprentice slightly at the forge that Zmog and I are kind of
Yeah,
a
100%.
part of. I'm going to say the thorn is just, I helped Zmog with the apprenticeship, just with my lineage and forgery work. The fact that, the sword that you made was a little flawed. I took a little feeling in that, knowing that, you tried really hard, but you're learning.
Yeah.
So I just think that, that affected me just a little bit.
Got it.
That's what I think. That's where we're at.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Eric, would you like to go?
Sure. Eric, I'm playing Zmog, the full name Drakon Smogus, a Lordorite Dragonborn Druid, isn't it? And let's see. As far as my rose, I'm gonna say that Swoon and Doter are full, and so therefore I am fairly happy in that respect.
Swoon and Doter are references to two of the moons that
Yes.
circle Vesper.
Correct. And Smog is definitely very connected to the moons of Vesper. Being that they are a Lordorite Dragonborn, there are some connections that will be bequeathed upon everyone at some point in time. My thorn, I'm molten scales right now. I got a fucking rash that will not quit. Like in all the cracks and creases in all the wrong places. So
Vile.
things are
Nice.
raw. Things are it makes it hard to forge when swinging a hammer
And things are
is
saucy.
causing chafing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my thorn. The bud is that I am looking very much forward to continuing to firing the forge, and there's promise in this new apprentice. And the fact that they were able to get a sword off the ground gives me something to look forward to working more with them.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. I should probably start by reading an introduction to the town and where we're going to let our story begin. So, if you're all okay with that, can I move forward? I've written a little something for us. I wish I could get my screen a little closer to where I'm sitting. Let's see if I can increase this.
Make it bigger. Put a magnifier on it.
I gotta
If
I gotta make it larger.
If you're giving us the description, can I be a pain in the ass? Can you bump the ambient volume just a little bit down?
Yes. Coming down now. Watch me do this, ready?
Coming down.
It's not working.
Okay,
You want me to do it manually? All right, got it.
that's better. Thank you.
All right.
Just
Ambient volume
just a
coming
little
down
bit.
a little bit
So
for
good.
description. Settle in, everybody.
Yes.
We are about to enter the world of Pepperwick. Really?
That's about right. We're at a
Sorry.
bar,
Get
right?
the microphones. Here we go.
We find ourselves in a tavern.
Pilgrims have been known to take in a breath as they round the gorge pass and absorb the view of Pepperwick as it sits far below in the valley. Roof lines and flecks of white paint are scattered amongst the greenery, creating an arc of civilization nestled between the lake and the mountain. First one, and then a second geyser of hot mist burst upward from each of the two small islands that adorn the lake. Their spray refracted in the morning light, shattering into a rainbow of color and adding an almost impossible fairy tale quality to this already bucolic setting. It's hard to believe that this was once a mining town, blanketed in a dust and film of gray soot and filth. Before the rebirth, Pepperwick did what it had to survive, and the cache of minerals underneath her were in demand. Daily wagon loads of incendiary ingredients rolled north from her gates on this same peaceful road, a bleak march that trampled on the memory of her once lush and glorious past. This rebirth occurred a century ago, but a long-lost mycelial heart known as the heart of the Vasserine was returned to its rightful place in the Afari soil. Before this, in the heart's absence, the ecosystems of Afari died off over a couple of 100 years, leaving the landscape barren. On the brink of war and starvation, an unlikely band of heroes returned the heart to its home in Afari soil, where it belonged. This created a renewed growth. Economies shifted, tensions eased, and Afari was born anew. Now, as the ground here sprung back to life, old traditions of hemp and cotton farming were supported again. The biodiversity returned and the fish in the lake began to spawn once more. The anglers and craftspeople of the fishing guild could once again realize their passions. Spinning, weaving, and other textile craft worked their way back into local tradition. Tools, weapons, and armor from fishbone, leather, and metal were shaped and honed by careful hands that were eager to engage creatively with the resources again. All the while, the forges from the old industries held on, supplementing Pepperwick's now diverse offerings with minerals and alloys. We begin our story in the center of Pepperwick, immersed in their bustling bazaar as local tradespeople and farmers prepare for the inscription, an annual pilgrimage north, made by many, in honor and remembrance of that band of heroes so long ago. The inscription is an event that this town takes seriously and looks forward to. Pilgrims set up a tent city around the local lake and spend a day and a half here. Typically, the mass of people arrives around the noon hour, which we are just approaching. Baradin, could you tell us how the preparations at the Pepperwick Bazaar are unfolding and what you're offering today at the table as you anticipate the arrival of all of these pilgrims?
Well, I find myself a little flustered. I had a slow start this morning, and I'm trying to get my tent set up, knowing that this group is coming, and the bazaar is probably going to be packed soon. A lot more than our standard, weekly event here. But I would say I definitely have a good smattering of different vegetables, peppers, and pepper wick. I specialize in different peppers. Some corn. Just a lush array of fresh vegetables that were picked just yesterday.
Excellent.
I'm ready.
Excellent.
I think.
Now, Zmog, Brun, you would also, being townspeople yourself, likely be in or around the bazaar. Could each of you just give me an idea of how your preparations for this event, this arrival, this day? Are you in the Pepperwick Bazaar? Are you nearby? How are you faring today?
I noticed he was a little flustered leaving, being that their farm is close to my forge. So I threw a few baubles into a canvas sack and kind of followed them down from a distance and saw them trying to get all their vegetables and stuff in order. And I was like, all right, well, let me give him a hand. And maybe in exchange, you'll let me throw a couple of my things out for sale on the table.
You can definitely make some room.
Okay. Very good. Well,
The more the merrier.
Brun?
I think Brun is kind of just wandering around the bazaar and observing as people are setting up stalls and things, lending a hand getting stuff off of carts and onto a table every once in a while, but is walking around with a hand on the hilt of her newly fashioned sword. This is her first inscription living in town. She's only been here a year.
Ah, great.
So she's a little on edge. Actually, a lot on edge. Doesn't really know what to expect. And is kind of very in her own head about it.
Well, I will say that the mood and tone of the entire town is quite uplifting and upbeat. So it seems like this is an event that is one that is looked forward to. People are... I know that you might not have that exact take. We can get to that later. But that's the general feel. You are putting vegetables out on the table, and Zmog is there kind of helping out, and a familiar face walks up to the table. You see this like hunched over, very skinny, elderly man. He's got a set of like what almost appear to be like overalls on, but with no shirt under it, and his ribs stick out. He's kind of sinewy. He's got a beard, and you can tell he's missing a whole bunch of teeth in his mouth because he's constantly like moving his mouth around. He walks up and he's like, Bairden, that's a nice selection you got there. You got anything at a discount?
Discount?
Yeah.
What kind of discount?
Well, for a friend.
Well, friend. I see a couple... Friend. I forget your name.
Oh, Dolph.
Dolph.
Sorry.
I know. There's a lot of people. I'm a little flustered this morning.
I got 10 slag head back on the table on ice. If you want one, I'll trade you for, that greenery you got there looks nice. I could use that for something I'm making.
I do. I like to trade. I will always barter and trade.
I'll bring you one over.
Okay. I'll get you a couple. I'll make you a little sampler.
He kind of wanders off and he kind of wafts out a little bit of it. He's got kind of a stink about
He's got a funk.
Yeah, he's got a bit
little
of a funk. He wanders away. And this is kind of the overall tenor of the entire place. There's like a lot of activity.
Who's willing to trade, barter?
Yeah, well, he's going to go get you one. Now, the slag head is a fish that's common in that lake. It's kind of on the order of a salmon, but the head itself is a little bit flatter, but it's got a nice meaty, oily texture to it. A few minutes later, he comes back, and he's got a big piece of like waxed paper and lays it down on the table, and you hear the thump of the fish on the table as he lays it down. And he leans in close, and he's like, "There's got to be about 4 pounds."
Looks like a pretty. I'm gonna pick it up and just kind of feel the weight. Pretty decent. Yeah. I mean, let's get you a little sampling of a couple different. What's your favorite? What's your favorite? We got some corn. We got some peppers. We got some.
Well, there's curly greens right there. So
Yeah.
the ones with the leafy. Yeah.
Yeah. You want some of them?
Well, yeah. Put them back in the pot at home.
All right. Bake
Hey.
it down. Wow.
You heard what they're saying?
About what? I've been trying to get set up this morning. I
Well, it's
wasn't.
past noon, and we haven't seen one pilgrim all day. Not one. Usually a couple stragglers come through by now.
Right. The overachievers, the ones that are always in the front.
Yeah.
Right.
The ones that kind of get ahead of the group. The
Yeah. Fast walkers.
Haven't seen
Speed
any.
walkers.
I don't know, maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe they got a late start this morning. I don't know.
Well, I was curious now that you brought it up. But yeah, I
Well,
haven't heard anything yet.
I'll let you get back to your setup, but
And I'm just gonna, wrap up a couple, and I've got a couple little sacks.
Yeah.
I'll package up a couple of things for him.
takes the bag from you and kind of nods, and he's like, I'll catch up with you after.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck today.
Yeah,
You know,
you too.
can I just, Zhmong's here at the table, kind of helping finish the preparations and setting up. I'm just gonna kind of, lean over to him a little bit and just be like, "Did you hear what old man Dolph said?"
Well, you know how Dolph can get a little persnickety.
He is an odd bird.
Yes.
But
I heard that.
Just
his
eat your
hearing is
greens,
fucking-
Dolph. Just eat your greens.
his hearing
I'm
is
just kidding. I thought
immaculate.
that would be great.
I mean,
But yeah, where
come to think of it,
are the
I haven't seen any
patrons?
of them.
No, I mean, it is today, right?
Yeah. I mean, people have been talking about it for the last week.
I know. It's the town's set up, the fields are ready, the tent, the events, everything.
I mean, the geysers have been blowing.
The guys,
It's ready.
that famous bard guy. He's. I wonder if he's here. It's supposed to be.
No.
I don't know. Well, maybe Dolph's right. Maybe it's just a coincidence.
Let's just keep setting up.
And as you work, you begin, on occasion, as you sort of every once in a while, you lift your head and you look around to see if there are any new people coming into the tent bazaar. You notice that not only are there no people arriving in the way that you'd expect, but you notice that some of the other vendors in the bazaar are huddled together, like looking about and having quiet conversations with one another. There seems to be a bit of a concern. Did you want to say something?
Just building off of that, as the kind of suspicion starts to spread through the bazaar, Brune kind of just starts to take a little bit more curiosity to it. And I want to wander over to the closest inn nearby, whichever one in town that is.
Yeah. Well, there's the Pepperwick House,
I'll head over there.
and that's the one that, even given the short time you've been in town, you would know that this is the one place that is going to house. There's the tent city, obviously, around the lake, but for those that stay at inns, this is the one that fills with people. Yeah. So you head over there. You going inside and talking to people, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'll pop inside and I'll see if there's any staff nearby? who's
Yeah.
heard anything?
There's one older woman who is at the front. She appears to be folding some kind of like dish towel or hand towels, and she's stacking them up. The inn also has a small restaurant establishment downstairs. She's wearing a white apron. She has long gray hair pulled back into a ponytail. She's got a kindly face, and she's currently just kind of stocking shelves with linens.
Do I know her? Have I seen her before?
You can decide.
We'll say no.
Okay. She's a stranger.
I'll just my looming 6.5 foot tall self just kind of goes through the door. I'll just approach. Hello. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to ask: have any of the pilgrims of the inscription come through today yet?
Oh, she kind of motions you down to her. No. And I'm not supposed to talk about it, but they're worried. The innkeepers, they're concerned that no one's shown yet. It's getting close to noon. They're normally here by now, settled in and helping others with the tent city for the setup. And we haven't seen anyone yet. This is not normal, and it's most concerning.
Most odd. Thank you.
Anytime. Let me know if you hear anything. I would love to know more.
I will. Your name is?
Chloe,
Brune.
it's nice to meet you, Brune.
You as well. And I'll just mosey on out of the Pepperwick house.
You don't see this, but she kind of watches you go as you sort of duck through the
Yeah.
doorway.
How would you spell Chloe?
It's CHLO.
Got it. Cool.
So we can agree maybe that some time passes and this general sense of concern and absence begins to grow. I think we kind of understand something's amiss here.
I think after gathering that and getting that sense of unease, I'll make my way over to the only two people in town that I really know and pick their brains about it. So you'll see the stocky rock person wandering through, clunk, clunk, clunk. Just kind of wander up to the stall. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, bro.
Have the pair of you heard anything about the inscription?
Just that not many have shown.
I heard that none
None
of them
of them.
have shown.
Yeah.
I just stopped by the Pepperwick house and there's nobody there either, so
Doesn't look like much is happening over at the tent city.
What about that bard? Did that bard show up yet?
I haven't heard anything.
Oh, shoot. They're supposed to be really good. I knew you were talking all about them. Yeah. It seems like most of the vendors, and I kind of just point over to the direction of the, if they're still kind of grouped up, it seems like everyone's curious.
Indeed.
Well, we could go over there and talk to them. Or maybe we walk up the road a little bit.
See if we can see anything coming down.
I mean, does where we have our bazaar, can we look up the main road, up the hillside?
It's a little crowded where you are right now. The center of town, there's a lot of hustle and bustle. But not far from that center, where the main road runs as an artery right through the middle of town, you could step up that way just a bit and have a
Just
look.
to kind of peer out, because I know the main road is, the hillside coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, should we just go look out and see if anyone's coming down the road?
Let's take a walk.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
So as you make your way out of the bazaar and into the center of town, there's a space where the buildings sort of open up and the road, sort of first dips down in a bit and then rises up in a long, diminishing scale arc around the valley. And from this point, you can see the lake, you can see the islands, and you can see where the road disappears off into the distance. And so you kind of just walk up and stand there for a minute, squint a little, and you notice that there are 2 or 3 other people standing there doing the same exact thing. And one of them is the town's mayor. And he's just kind of standing there. His hands are thrust into his pockets. Every once in a while, he cranes his head, and as your footsteps approach, he kind of turns and looks at you, and he's like, "Oh, Bear. Good to see you again, too. I'm sorry. Tell me your name.
Brune.
Forgive me, Brune. Right, of course. We've met.
And you are?
I'm Mayor Posh.
Have you heard anything, Posh? Where are the pilgrims, huh?
At first I was just kind of thinking that maybe something held them up. It's highly unusual that we haven't seen a single one.
It's a little late, yeah?
It's getting late. I mean, we all know from the past that setting up the tent city alone takes hours, and typically by nightfall we're just finishing in time to light lanterns and fires, and it seems like we're really behind schedule. The weather's fine. There wasn't any, adverse weather last night. I can't figure out what it is. I was gonna send a scouting party out, but I thought I'd take one last look up here and see if...
Don't see much, do you? Maybe send some scouts, huh?
Good. What are you up to?
Well,
He's got a booth at the bazaar.
Oh, that's true. Yes. You have nice produce these days.
yeah, and I was gonna say I'm all ready for everyone to show up. I had a great harvest, and my table is full.
I will say this. Given all the preparations for today, a lot of the people that I typically use as scouts, I've put on other duties, fully expecting, the town to be flush with people. I was trying to get things together, so I'm a little short-handed right now.
Do you maybe have somebody that could watch their tent, huh?
That's what I was going to suggest. I have an assistant back at the hall that could...
Yeah.
She's trustworthy. She could watch your table.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just. I want to just show her, maybe point out a couple of things and make sure she understands prices or whatever. If for some reason they just show up and we're gone, and
That would be great. And what I'll do is when I get her, I'll fetch a medical kit. I worry that maybe somebody fell and hurt themselves, and they're just trying to tend to somebody's injury, or something's holding them up.
I know my way around a healer's kit.
Excellent. So you don't need one.
Well, I don't have one on me.
I can get you one.
Excellent.
Sure.
I know how to use it.
Wonderful. Good then. Let me go get her, and you said you have a price list.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I put some stuff at the
Yeah,
table
and
too,
we also want to.
she might need
He's
to
got a
know
couple
how
things.
the decorative shovels are used and the single-pronged forks, because they're not your everyday items, and it takes a little bit of explaining to get people to maybe want to buy them.
Fair enough.
We need to give her the
Cliff notes.
The
ringer.
spiel.
Yeah, the spiel.
The
yeah,
spiel.
Some notes.
the decorative shovels they're a special trait.
They are.
I would prefer not to waste too much time, so let me grab her, and you guys can talk, and then just hurry back and report back whenever you can, okay? Excellent.
Should we get the horse? Or thing to ride?
Oh, maybe. But I mean, there's a
giant
giant
lizard,
lizard.
something.
Giant lizard.
How fast do you think we'll need to move?
I don't know. I mean, we could also just once we get up out of the valley some, we might have a better.
We could walk. I mean, that's okay with me. But he seemed
I mean,
desperate.
He does. He does. I have a horse back on the farm, but it's all the way that way. I mean, are there stables in town?
Yeah, of course there are.
Should we inquire about horses?
Let's
Maybe.
get the horse, huh?
I think we need more than one horse, though.
Yeah, we're not small people.
I agree. I can get you
Calling
horses.
me small.
No, you're girthy.
Now you're calling me girthy, Smog.
I mean these things in the most loving of ways.
You know I am.
I said we're not small people. We're girthy. We've got
No.
some chutzpah. No, we can't all ride the same horse.
No.
That's silly. That's ridiculous.
Especially
And he's
Bruno
gonna
over
get
there
those
is-
horses.
Mayor Posh was
Massive.
turning to walk away, but he hears you talking about horses, and he turns and he's like, "Go see Will down at the livery and tell him to put the bill on me, and I'll take care of the price of the horses for you."
Let's get fucking horses.
I whisper as we're starting to walk back to the stall.
Free horses. Let's go for horses. Why bother?
Because you know,
you know.
every adventurer kills their horses. It's bound to happen. So if it's not on us.
Don't kill the horses, please.
Well, it's just that the way the humidity's been lately, I'd rather ride than walk because
You did say you're
I'm a little sore.
Okay, we don't need to
Okay.
get into it. All right.
All right.
All right. We talked to the assistant.
Yes, so Mayor Posh brings you one of his assistants out. She fully understands what it is you're looking for.
Don't forget the single prong forks. They're very nice for when people need to eat with them, but they take a little getting used to.
Right. I think they might appeal to the adventurer type. They seem kind of, for lack of a better adjective, they're a little barbaric.
Yes, but they fit nice in the hand, and that's what's important. The craft.
Ergonomics.
Yes, they're very ergonomic.
Well,
And the shovels with the nice patterns that I cut into them, they really do make things faster. Getting into the dirt, maybe not so much moving the dirt, but they look good doing it.
you're an extraordinary craftsperson, Smog, and I will do my best to sell your wares, but currently it doesn't look like we have a lot in the way of customers, so forgive me if sales are a little slow, but maybe your search will prove fruitful. and-
Hopefully, we bring back some nice pilgrims
That
for
would be-
everyone to buy things from. For everyone, yes. That's cool.
All right. Yeah.
They brought me a healer's kit.
Yeah, Mayor Posh returned, and you can add a healer's kit to your inventory.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Equipment added. Skadoosh.
Now, the rest of you guys all take your time and move over to the livery, the stables, and you're familiar with Will. You've dealt with him before.
He's nice. He's nice.
He is. He's very nice. He's very good to the animals. He loves the animals.
He
and
gave me an extra blanket for underneath my scales.
That's nice.
He's nice. That's what I say. He's
Yeah,
nice.
he's a
very
nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, as you approach, he's outside, and he's taking a halter off of one of the horses. It looks like it's just been returned from a ride, and he's kind of like he's pushing it. He's got the rope around its neck, and he leads it into one of the little paddock areas and closes the gate. And he turns around, and he's like, "Hey, what can I help you all with today?"
We need horse.
Oh, Mayor Posh. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but today is supposed to be this bustling day and no one has shown up yet.
Yeah, it's weird, but no skin off my back because none of these pilgrims ride horses, so I'm not exactly
Okay,
Put
but
out.
we're gonna ride horses.
Yeah.
And Mayor Posh is fronting the bill.
He said put it on his
Put it
tab.
on his tab.
Ah.
He's sending us out to try and find the bill.
How would you like some mighty fine horses to ride?
Absolutely.
Like thunder steeds. Yes.
I might have something for you. Now,
Beautiful.
what is Mayor Posh having you do on these horses? Just so I know what to outfit you with. What are you,
We're looking for the pilgrims.
We're scouting.
well, you're heading south on the road.
Yes.
All right, listen. My wife's cousin is on this trip, and we're expecting her. We always look forward to this visit. I mean, I know I said no skin off my back, and my wife's cousin's mostly nice, but sometimes. But my
And
wife's My wife,
I was gonna say in-laws,
family. It's
cousin.
my wife is a little bit worried about her. So if it's possible, do you think if you could get word back to us on if she's okay? I mean, we're a little worried as well.
Yeah, well, that's why the horses make things go faster, huh?
Excellent. Yes, and I'll give you something wonderful since the town's paying for it anyway. Her name is Helene. Helene.
Okay.
Helleen.
Helene.
Ah, wizard.
So Will comes out of the stable with the first horse. It is a beautiful, oily black steed, about 17 hands high, just muscular and gorgeous. Brings that out and wheels that right over to you, Brune, simply because you're one of the largest members of the group. And he kind of sizes you up and says, most people are intimidated by the size of this thing, but for you, this is going to look about average or maybe a little small. You familiar with riding?
I've done it a handful of times.
Handful? Well, this horse got a pretty hard mouth, so you're going to want to apply a little bit of pressure to the bit when you want to stop for sure, but you shouldn't have an issue. He goes back into the barn, produces 2 more equally glorious steeds for the 2 of you. You're riding a golden Palomino, a horse that's like a lighter brown but with a golden mane.
Kind of matches your hair, huh?
Yeah,
It's cute.
a little bit.
I like that horse for you.
And your horse is white but with a gray flecked spot, which
Hello,
really,
pretty.
yes.
What is your name?
You're really testing me on the names today. Fred.
Well, you know, Fred.
You dick.
I like the animal.
Come on, we're not-
Short for Frederic.
We're not gonna have fuck the horse.
No, but with the way you're asking me for names, we might get there.
Fuck the horse. That's not
No,
right.
no,
in
no,
these
no,
parts.
no,
Not
no.
have said that. In
Don't
any
ever
words.
say that again.
There's just there's a tale of this farmer,
Tale.
Yeah.
All right, so he gets you all set up with these horses. You're saddled and ready to go. He turns and he's like, any idea when I could expect you back? Just so I know.
Hopefully within the day or within the next few.
I mean,
I
we're
don't-
hoping that it's just something very.
Just down the road,
Simple.
right? I mean,
I don't foresee this being a long excursion, or at least
hope
I hope not.
Okay. All right. I'll start the bill off for, just an overnight, and if it takes longer than that, we'll pad it a little bit. Mayor Posh has got deep pockets, so take as long as you want. There's enough feed for 2 days on the back of each horse, so you're set in that regard. Saddlebags will hold a little bit extra if you need to carry anything back, and good luck in your travels.
Thanks, Will. Keep an eye out for Helene.
I appreciate that.
hey, Fred. Let's show them the meaning of the word haste.
And this thing, have you ridden before?
Yeah.
Ah, this thing takes off. It's just like boom. And actually, you had to go a little bit further north to get to the stables, and so on your way back south, you kind of go ripping through the center of town, which is where the bazaar is. And for a moment, you glance and see Mayor Posh's assistant underneath the awnings of the tent in the bazaar, and you could swear you see her holding up one of your single-pronged forks as one of the neighborly onlookers is checking it out, and she's pointing at it, and
They're really good. They make the house look nice.
which sort of trails off in the gallops of the horses as they kick up dust and head out of town. And so we're off. Let's see if we can get a little
Riding music, perhaps.
maybe, I don't know if it's riding music necessarily, but let me see what else I've got here. Now you do know. What's that?
The walking music.
Yeah, that song that we used to play.
That was a great
was a
tune. I
great
really
song.
missed that.
I almost died to that song. It was great.
Let's see what we've got. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We'll probably take this. So, what was I going to say?
We're off.
Yes, I was going to say that the road from Pepperwick south, and now in the time that you've been in Pepperwick, you're familiar with the geography here. You are on the southeastern peninsula of Afari, which is a massive swath of land. I mean, this is no small area, and the distance between you and the next town is unconventional. Typically, towns are about a day's travel apart, but in this area, it's about a day and a half to 2 days travel. So one thing you would know, or at least surmise, is that a group of pilgrims traveling up this road would probably stop and camp along the way, not in a traditional town. The next town south of you, like I said, 2 days away, is Mammon, Mammon. But there's a lot of wilderness between you and that town. The road winds along, and on your left side is a mountainous region, but the mountains are not steep and rocky. They're more, gradual and covered in forest. And then there are areas in the topography that get very steep. So if you decided all of a sudden to ride your horse off the road into the woods, it would become extremely difficult, if not impossible, in certain areas. To your right, or at least to the west, is more traditional forest, thick at times, glades and open areas, typical of druidic tribes. But Afari is like this. Afari is very lush and green. The roads here are not industrial roads. The roads are, hard-packed dirt and sometimes mud in heavy rainstorms, and so it's less advanced than what you're used to seeing in Emberfell.
So, it's been a few years, but I would have traveled this road on this journey, and knowing that it's a day and a half or change on horses, we could definitely get to wherever that rest spot would be.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yep. And there are several, I should say,
In that midway.
typical campsites in that midway journey. And, typical of the topography in these woods, there are areas where, when you're on the road, right, it's not super dense on either side of you all of the time. There are times when you'll see something open up to the right, and, maybe a small path goes in, and wandering along that path, you'll find that there's a big open area that's been mildly cleared, and you can see evidence of campsites. But this is, again, further down on that journey.
Okay. Well, let's ride and just keep an eye out.
See, maybe if we can find evidence of the old campsite.
Yeah. See
maybe
if
a
there's.
scuffle.
I mean, is there anyone on the road right now? If we come up out of the valley.
Well,
and stuff-
then, I'm glad you're asking that question. Would you like to make the first
shit.
roll of
Do
the
it.
campaign?
Shit, the computer went to sleep. Give me a second. What are we rolling here?
Are you doing digital dice?
I hope not.
No, I just need my
Fuck
sheet.
for that.
You were about to be
No, I have all
scorned
kinds
by
of dice.
Atticus.
I'm not doing no.
you using digital dice?
No. Maybe if I have to
I
roll
like-
an insane amount of dice, but what are we rolling here? What are we
Well,
doing?
I would say that
it's gonna be probably shitty, but
I would say you're going to be rolling perception, or you could use your passive perception, but I think a roll is more fun.
My passive perception is quite shit.
passive is much better than this roll. But I got a 10.
A 10. Well, you guys are moving at a good clip. You're
Yeah.
excited to have good steeds. You haven't been out on the open road. The weather is a little bit warmer, so the breeze through your hair and the smell of the forest feels good. And so you're not super aware. Is anyone on the road? Not that you can see.
Well, let's keep going.
Fred, you smell anything?
Does Fred talk?
Can you talk to them?
I can talk to the animals.
Can you really?
I can cast the
Can you tell it back?
talk with animals, yeah.
Yeah?
Speak with animals, sure. I got the nice little handling thing. I'm druidic. I like the creatures, huh?
Do you want to speak with animals?
Let me speak with animals.
All right.
I'd blow a spell slot to speak with animals. Fred, what's happening, my friend? Where you been? How you know? What you smell?
I'm trying to think of how I want to portray Fred right now.
I am too.
Kind of want to ask the chat, how should we portray Fred? Thinking about Fred as a massive flea-bitten gray horse with wild brown eyes.
He can
kinda
be
like,
salty.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you say to
pepper.
Fred?
I said, what do you smell?
First of all, I smell you. But the nice thing is I've got all of this breeze in my face. What are we looking for?
Chad says your style.
Says what?
Your
style. Well, Smog, I smell you. But that's okay. Most things in the stable smell bad anyway.
True. No shade taken. I'm molting right now, so of course there's little cracks and creases with lots of goo. It's not good. It doesn't smell good. But you've got the good intuition, the good smell. Where are all these pilgrims going? What? We don't see none in the town. We don't see none coming up this way. They're late, and I want to know what do you think? How do you feel?
While you're having this conversation with Fred, you guys are still ripping down this road.
Yeah, Fred's tearing ass at the clip.
Yeah, And so it's kind of an interesting thing. If you think about the aesthetics of this conversation, your head is leaning in behind Fred's head, but the two of you are in motion as you kind of almost like a jockey on the back of a horse.
My tail is flat across his
The
back.
green is flying by you in a blur. The smells of the forest obviously are filling your ears. And Fred's kind of speech comes through as a little labored because Fred doesn't get out to run too much. But he does say to you, well, I don't really know. I've been in the stable a long time, but that kid that was sitting in the grass back there that we passed probably could have told you something, but you just went right on past him.
Oh, I didn't even see him. Should we?
He looked like he was okay. I mean, he was just sitting there minding his own business.
Did he have 1,000-yard stare? Was he looking off in the distance weirdly?
He was looking at something on the ground or in his hand or something. I don't know.
Let's turn back, Fred. Let's go get this kid.
Oh my God, you're gonna make this a long journey.
Yeah.
He kind of slams on the brakes and slides to a halt, and the rest of you.
Are you in the front of the pack, or?
I'm almost going ass over tea kettle over Fred's head.
Yes, your large armor-clad dragonborn ass lifts up into the air as the inertia just comes to a complete halt. Almost. Yeah.
And then, we're going to flip a bitch and head back towards the kid on the side of the road. Huh?
It actually wasn't that far back, so you
Okay.
you sort of reduced your speed to a trot.
Okay.
And you eventually spot it. And there you see just off the side of the road, sort of in and amongst the taller grasses that line the road, there's this tow-headed child. You see this blonde,
Tow-headed?
Blonde head of hair.
Oh, I thought
very
you meant
almost
his head was like a big toe.
No, like a white-haired kind of kid just sitting there. And even as you approach, he doesn't even really look up. He's kind of just staring down into his hand, which you can't quite see because you're still, on the road and he's in the grass.
Dump off of Fred.
Okay. Fred's just kind of good luck. How long does Speak with Animals last?
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes, yes. Hello? Little kid.
All of a sudden, his head whips around and looks up at you. He clutches something in his fist and shoves his hand into his pocket. He's like, oh, hi.
What's your name, huh?
I'm not supposed to talk to people I don't know.
Why not? We're nice. We don't do nothing wrong. We're from the town. What are you?
What's your charisma?
Oh shit! -1.
Everybody dump stats that one.
I'll kind of approach and just go, are you with the inscription? We're from Pepperwick. We don't know if there's nobody from the pilgrimage has come into town yet, and we're out looking.
I'm from Pepperwick.
Oh, you're from Pepperwick?
Yeah.
What'd you do out here?
Oh, I was out walking looking for a place to fish, and he reaches over to his side and picks up his fishing pole. He's like, I was just out hunting for a place to go fishing, and time got away from me, but I'm gonna head back at some point.
What's your name?
Silas?
I'm Brune.
Hi, Brune. What's your charisma?
Mine?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, there you go. I had a feeling yours was higher. I remember looking at your sheet and knowing that was...
It's my spellcasting stat, so
Yeah.
I kind of have to.
Yeah. Where are you guys going?
I'll kneel down, so I'm not so much taller than him. Have you seen a large group of people wandering towards Pepperwick or anywhere at all?
No. Not around here. I mean, you guys have only been riding for a couple of minutes, so you're not terribly far. You're maybe, at most, a mile outside of town. So you're not that far yet.
How old does this kid seem?
Maybe 8. 8 or 9 years old.
From the couple of years that I've been in town, like, is it kind of normal that just like an 8-year-old kid would just walk up the road and go fishing?
Yeah, it is kind of normal. I mean, this is not a place that's, significantly dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you're looking for what stands out here, right? I'll say this. Everybody roll an intelligence check for me, and I'll see who comes out a straight intelligence.
Guess what I dumped?
Well, you look good.
Well, oh, wow. Wow.
I got a dirty 20.
Anyone beat a dirty 20?
I just got a natty 17.
I got a natural 18.
Oh, shit.
We all rolled high.
I would say that the group as a whole, especially Smog, but the group as a whole is very aware of the kid's kind of like caution right now, and the fact that the kid was completely ignoring you as you rode up and shoved something in his pocket.
I was just thinking
Ask
about
him
that.
what he's got in his pocket. You know, he's not afraid of you.
What's you got?
Silas, can I ask? Does whatever you hid from us have anything to do with your fishing trip? We're not interested in taking anything from you. I'm just curious to see what equipment you have. I like fishing too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And he reaches over and he's got a small wooden bucket, and he reaches inside and he pulls out like this handful of some of the most leggy worms you've ever seen. They're genuinely like 14 inches long, and they've got like 1,000 legs on them, and all the legs are moving. And he's like, "You ever use one of these?
I haven't.
They're fantastic,
That's impressive.
And they get really gooey when you jam the hook through them. Fish can't resist them.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Where did you find those?
Oh, you can dig them up on the mountainside. Yeah, I find that if I jam a nice big pitchfork in the ground and I like flick it back and forth, it vibrates the ground and they all come crawling up. It's really cool.
That is really cool. Is that all you're using?
To fish? Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
I keep seeing some of the members of the fishing guild going out and using all manner of different equipment.
Well, they have the best stuff, of course.
You thinking about joining when you're old enough?
I think so. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good. I know how
Maybe
to...
you should start being near water if you want to fish something.
Well, there's a couple of hidden lakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My dad showed me where they were a bunch of years ago, and he used to take me out there when I was little. So now I go and find them on my own.
Nice.
Hard part is the fishing them so big that if I catch a good one, I can't get it home.
Oh, maybe you should bring some friends with you next time. Many hands makes light the work.
It's good advice. Well, I should be off.
All right. One more question. Did you hide something?
Did I? Grayland says, or a single pronged fork. You mean my rock? And
Yeah.
he reaches in the pocket he shoved his hand in, and he pulls out what appears to be a long stone. He's like, well, I wasn't really hiding it. I just put it away because it means a lot to me. And, you know, I didn't know who you were at first.
Very well.
And as you look at that rock in his hand, you can see, now you being an Earth Genasi, I'll just put this on you for a minute.
Yeah.
The rock is not normal.
Yeah.
The rock has almost a black and tan striated stripe that runs through it. It, I'll say roll a survival check for me. Or no, roll it, I forget, is nature on your skills list?
Nature, I'm not proficient
Yeah.
in it.
Well, he's showing you. So
Yeah.
if you're proficient in it,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
a druid.
Yep. I'm kind of peering over.
You know
Bruno's-
rocks and ores.
Yeah.
Could I make, and I know this might be a little bit of a stretch, could I possibly make a medicine check to see if there was any, to try and like recall if I was ever taught any rituals or remedies that involve the use of a non-normal rock?
You could, but I would tell you that this probably doesn't live in that category.
Yeah.
And so it might not be worth making that roll.
17.
17.
Sweet.
You recognize this because you mostly recognize this because you don't recognize this. This rock also has a crystalline structure to it. So you notice that it has geometric sides that all come in at similar angles, and it ends in a point. So it's almost like a crystal shard. But it's not transparent like a crystal would be. It is opaque in its black and tan sort of nature. So it's almost like a small obelisk, and it is tiger's eye. So it's got an iridescence to it. It's got a shimmer to where the tan and brown areas are, and the black cuts through it almost like onyx, like veins. It's a beautiful stone.
Size. That's a very, very pretty rock you have.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Where did you come across that?
I found it on when I was on my way to the lake.
Really? It was just laying in the road?
No, it was laying in the grass. I just happened to look down and I saw it there. It caught my glint, like I saw like sun glinted off of it. It caught my eye, and I was like, ooh. And so I picked it up, cleaned it off in the water. It had some mud on it.
Did it look like someone dropped it, maybe?
I don't know. I imagine somebody dropped it. I've never seen anything like this before. Sure is pretty.
Let me do insight check on Silas, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, never mind.
Rabbit says spend one hope to use your experience.
Ooh,
Oh,
wait.
wait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an 8.
An 8 for insight.
Yeah.
You know, this kid appears mostly innocent and doesn't look like he's trying to deceive you. The only thing I would say you glean from your insight check is every time he references the stone, he looks at it and doesn't look at it in a way that's just like, it's kind of like he locks on it. It's the type of thing he wants to look at.
This kid's certain weird too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Silas, when did you find the rock? Today?
Earlier this morning. I've been out for, what time is it anyway?
It's past noon. It's afternoon now. You've been out all day? You've just been looking at rock on side of the road, huh?
I guess the time got away from me maybe, but it's okay, right?
Oh, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Well, how about this? Why don't you head on back into town, and we'll make a point to check on you when we come back. And what direction did you find the rock in?
Well, further south, I was, the lake that my daddy showed me was like maybe another half an hour down the road south, where you were going. I saw you turn around.
Thank you.
But yeah, that way.
All right.
I'll head back.
Get home safe.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Bye.
Bye.
I'll mount up. Start
Fred.
making my way.
Let's move.
All right. 10 minutes, huh?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
You guys get back on the horses and begin heading south on the road again. And you are traveling at a good clip. And you estimate that you're probably going to make it to this campsite probably just before dusk, given the speed you're traveling, because you're cooking and you left more than halfway through the day. So, in terms of your question about where he found that, are you just going? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna look to my compatriots and say I think it's possible that might not be the only rock of that kind. And if a whole group of pilgrims found a large rock like that, or a collection of small rocks like that, it could be easy to lose the day.
True.
Especially with kid making googly eyes at it on the side of the road, huh?
That's my thought as well.
Do we see anything off to the woods or along the base of the mountains? We're looking for more rocks or tramplings or indications of pilgrims' perception.
Should we check around this lake that he tells us about before we go?
Yeah.
You could.
Going.
He said about a half an hour journey south. You are on horses. It would
Yeah,
probably be
so
a
it
little
would
shorter
be-
than that.
Yeah, it'd be shorter than that, right?
Yeah, let's look.
Okay. So we'll guesstimate somewhere in the 15 to 20 minute range at good speed. And are you going to dismount? Are you going to walk into the woods? Like, what are you looking for exactly? Why don't you roll for me? I'll let you roll investigation or perception.
Oh, I'll do perception. Oh, God. That's a 9. Okay, you might have to go over there for now. And maybe you want to come out here.
A 9. Okay, so I'll tell you what, the rest of the group, if you want to roll, given that you're all kind of looking around,
Yeah.
we could make it a group roll. Dice jail.
Yeah, it's off to the side. And
I got a 12 perception.
I got 15.
A 15? Would you have a 9?
yeah.
All right, so this isn't like you're discovering all of the untold hidden mysteries. I don't know why I'm so frog in the throat tonight. But as a group, you do find hints and bits of trampled grass on the side of the road that seem to sort of work their way in to the west off the right side of the trail. It almost looks as if more than one set of footprints. So not footprints necessarily, but it seems like more trampled grass than just that of an 8-year-old child. And it leads off in a meandering path into the trees. It's still light out. I mean, it's not like it's terribly dark in there, but you're onto something.
I think this is the right way to go.
I think maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, let's look.
Seems odd. Seems like it's worth a little bit of a scout. We're here to scout, right?
That's true.
Yeah, that's what the mayor wants us to do. Find the pilgrims. We'll look for the pilgrims, huh?
So, you begin to... Are you bringing the horses with you?
Hey, Fred, come on. Check it out.
Here we go, off the path.
I'll kind of
Oh,
have
shit.
I usually
Well, I
carry
can still
my,
talk to him. He might not hear me so good, but I might not hear him.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I
Brandon?
usually carry a shield on my back. I'll take it off my back. Sorry. I'll take the shield off my back and just kind of hold it. I got a
Okay.
weird feeling.
So you've got a shield. You've got a weird feeling. You guys are bringing the horses in with you, and you begin to sort of walk in through the grass. You begin to follow this mashed down bit of grass. And I'll say the first thing that begins to stand out to you inside of 5 or 6 minutes of walking, you've made it in just far enough off the road that this would not be something you'd spot from the road. But there is ahead of you, probably 100 feet into the woods, an area, dappled sunlight through the trees in any given forest setting is obviously going to have patches of light and patches of dark in any given forest. And the thing about a patch of dark in the forest is there's usually a cluster of trees that would shade that area in such a way that you would have that darkness. You see that darkness, you see that kind of shaded area, but it falls primarily on the ground, and there don't appear to be that many trees in that area. So you see what almost appears to be a black, not quite black, but dark purple stain of an area across the floor of the forest about 100 feet ahead of you that looks abnormally dark. Something's off.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I think maybe we should tie Fred up. Tie up the horses.
Let's continue on foot, yeah.
Yeah.
Fred, just stay here, huh? It
Fine.
looks weird in there.
I'll
You might
find,
not want to go.
a nearby tree and just kind of put the reins over a low branch, tie him off,
Okay.
pet the horse. Stay
Oh,
here.
gotta brush the horse really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we should definitely creep up and try to get a better look as to what this might be.
Okay. So the horses are secured, and you begin to move forward. I'm just curious, passive perceptions one more time for me, please.
11.
14.
14.
14 and 14.
I dumped intelligence and wisdom. Can you tell?
Are you trying to approach tell me about your approach. Describe it to me.
I think I've got my shield up, just kind of approaching tentatively, a hand on the sword, but not fully attack mode.
I think I would just be cautiously, I'm not, if we see this clearing with this weird purpley dark area, I'm not about to run out there. I'm gonna kind of just, get up closer to the clearing so I can better put eyes on it, maybe.
Okay. As a group, you're moving through here, and I will say that for my passive perception 14 people, I'm going to roll just to see which one of you, because you're both the same, and that's going to fall on you, Bear. All of a sudden, like a whisper in your head, you hear a voice. And it's like a weird kind of chatter. The voice at first doesn't appear to be discernible other than the fact that it is a voice, but the language it speaks seems off. And then all of a sudden, you have this kind of realization that this thing is trying to talk to you, and it's like, you need to turn back now. This is no place for you. What you're looking for is not here.
I'm just gonna kind of stop in my tracks, and I'm gonna kind of look to my fellow friends and just
Did
you hear that?
I didn't hear nothing. No. I mean, Fred was a little gassy before, but
Something said to turn
turn around.
around. I don't know. It was like it was in my head. If you didn't hear it, he said that what we're not looking for is not here.
You're now within 50 feet of this dark patch, and the immediate area surrounding has, typical forest scenery, a couple of downed trees, one of which is massive, and the center of it seems to have almost rotted out a little bit. So there's areas where the wood flakes off. There's a fresh patch of wood on the ground where it almost looks like like a large woodpecker had pecked it away and left some fresh splinters all over the place. But surrounding that, there's typical greenery.
I think I'm just gonna kind of play dumb a little bit and just be like, how do you know what I'm looking for? Just gonna kind of not yell it, but just say it out loud, just normal tone.
And you kind of hear this voice, but it's now like a grovelly kind of exhale of dissatisfaction. It's kind of like, and all of a sudden this sound lights up in both of your heads as well, and you all hear this voice, and it says, you need to go back to the road, or I could take your horses.
Not Fred. Don't take Fred. He's my friend.
I have business here that you are not privy to. Move along.
Does your business pertain to the pilgrims?
I know not of pilgrims.
Peoples?
Your kind. Is that what you mean?
No, not quite my kind, but more humanoid kind.
The communication grows dim.
I don't want anything to happen to Fred.
I'll like turn around and
They're
look.
not
Can
our
we
horses.
see?
But he's freezing.
Can we see our horses from where we're standing?
Oh yeah, you can still see them.
Are we in this darkness?
No, you're still about 50 feet from it.
I mean, I'm tempted to just listen to him.
If you guys would make it look like you were walking back to the road, maybe I'll detect magic on my way back. So I'm gonna cast detect magic.
You're casting Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Now, Detect Magic just illuminates a magically imbued item or
Correct.
potion or...
Yeah.
A faint aura around an invisible creature or object in the area that bears the magic, and if the effect was created by a spell, I learned the spell School of Magic.
That bears what?
That bears the magic. I'll see an aura around any of the things in that area.
You cast Detect Magic, and oddly, nothing seems to illuminate. But as you do it, the voice comes back into your head and says, you need to see. Apparently, look closer.
I'll take a couple steps closer to the...
So as you sort of squint your eyes and look closer, you all of a sudden notice on the large downed tree, almost perfectly blended in with the texture of the tree, two almost branch-like but soft forms move, and this, like, what almost appears to be a growth of, like, chicken of the woods or a kind of, like, frilly mushroom growth that's on the side of the thing. The whole top of it turns and it looks at you, and you can see two eye forms embedded deep inside of it, and then it, like, kind of, like, turns again, and you begin to scan this entire area, and you notice that there are all of these, like, soft fungal forms that are now sort of just stretching slightly and turning in your direction.
Okay, we go back horses now. There's some fucked up mushrooms over there, huh?
Okay. Are we gonna leave that alone?
I don't think we're
Maybe.
You wanna go poke it?
No. Maybe we tell the mayor when we get back to town.
Okay.
I'm going to give you guys an option right now. Before you go, because it sounds like you're going to go, I'm going to give you a choice. You may make a roll
He wants us to poke the bear.
of different types. You can only choose one, and you will get information pertaining to that roll. Okay? So, number one, you could roll a history or nature check, okay, and get information related to that. You could roll a survival check and get information related to that, or you could roll an investigation check and you get information related to that. But you may only make one of these rolls as a group. So decide which bit of information you'd like to glean.
I have proficiency in none of those skills.
I am good in nature or survival. And I would say nature.
I think it's the nature-y thing.
It's gross.
And I mean, you're the one that kind of saw them.
All three of these things, if rolled well, would reveal something. So you decide which one you want, though, because they're going to reveal different things.
The real kicker is
You're letting. You're going to let.
I haven't rolled this dice yet.
Okay.
Is the dice curse back?
Just
Is it back?
Apparently
Don't
it's
even
back.
worry about it. Just don't.
Apparently it's back. That's a 9.
A 9.
Woo. Yeah, we rolled well.
God. You know, what's funny, as a
Killing
DM, you often, set a DC and decide what you're going to give someone if they pass that. You don't want to give them nothing. But, God, you leave me so little
I'm
choice.
sorry.
Some kind of weird mushroom.
It's a weird mushroom. It's like a worm.
I'll tell you
Looked
this.
at me.
I'll tell you
like
this.
it.
This, for someone like you with a druidic background and a real connection to nature, this is really out of place in a very disturbing way for you. It makes you very uneasy. You're not entirely sure why, but this is not part of the normal ecology of this space, so something's wrong. And because you don't know, it scares you.
Yes,
You're frightened.
I don't like this.
I'll kind of just take a few steps back towards the shadowy thing before we go. And I'll just kind of call out, before we go, you haven't seen a large group of pilgrims walking through, have you?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Finally,
Let's see if you can.
about something I have proficiency
I was going to say, I
in.
think that's
18.
18. It may be because the entity that's speaking to you sees you starting to depart, saw you as being potentially respectful of the request. But your question lands with a non-aggressive response. It basically just says something to the effect of, I know not of pilgrims, but there are more of your kind in this space than I wish to put myself near. And I would like to see that change. And so if you could be on your way now, before we help you make that change.
I just kind of put my hands up and turn and walk back to the horses.
I think I can explain to you later in this why there's a resistance there, but for now it appears there's some kind of resistance that you're not quite locking into.
Yeah.
This is a very strange presence.
I'm confused. But I think we go down the road.
Let's go back to the road. Get our horses. I don't want anything to happen to Fred. He's a nice guy.
You know, I know you have a connection with
As
Fred.
you turn
Oh shit.
and your question has been answered, you realize the urgency and the need to get out of there now that this request has been made. And your party members are already, Smog is starting to work their way back towards Fred. You know, Baradin is also, like, on the move. You look down, and at your feet, you see a stone very similar to the one that Silas had, right there on the ground before you. There's a glint of sunshine that just catches your eye. The earth genasi nature of you and this connection, you're like drawn to it.
I'm gonna look up, look at my friends, and just go. There's a rock.
Yeah, there's rocks all over.
And I'm gonna, well, keeping eye contact with either of you, I'll like bend down, grab at this rock.
Wait, is it the one that like the kid had?
And I'll pick it up and I'll hold it up and I'll show you.
Shit. Don't look at it.
I'm trying not to. And as I'm holding it, do I feel anything or?
No, but you did see the glint of sunlight off of it, and it has this kind of, I'm not quite sure how to explain it, almost like gold dust in a stream bed. When it catches the light, almost sends off an array like glitter. And you saw the light strike it in a way that's almost like a fluidity, like a glittering gold that moves through it. And it's exemplified or exaggerated by the black rifts in it. Right? So you've got these tigery stripes that run through it like it does through Tiger Eye, but they so contrast that golden, glittery feel. It's got an allure to it. You want to look at it.
I'm just trying to get back to the horses,
Silas rock. And I'll like walk a couple feet back towards the horses. And I'll look into that like darkness, back towards it. And I'll just hold the rock aloft. This yours?
There is a whisper, a murmur, a unintelligible voice that sort of hisses in and out, not in any kind of like sinister way, but like comes and goes, almost like someone's tuning the dial and it's not quite connecting anymore. But there's no response.
I really don't trust this. I mean, I could throw it back.
No.
Should we keep it?
I think maybe wrap it. Let's wrap it in something. Huh? I don't want to look at it.
You
I don't
have
like the way that-
saddlebags and other items on your person. It wouldn't be hard to wrap it in something.
I've got a blanket in my pack. I'll take a blanket. Just kind of wrap it up in a blanket and put it in a saddlebag and just let it be.
Okay. Okay. So you've wrapped that up, shove it into one of the saddlebags.
I'd say let's look down the road a little bit, and then if we find nothing, at least we have a possible lead here.
We know where this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we go a little bit further. We've only been on the road for a little bit.
It's weird that there's a larger trampling of area.
That's what I'm worried about. There's a lot of trampled grass. Another one of those rocks showed up.
Well, you said it's some trampled grass.
Yeah.
More than one person.
Yeah,
More
it
than
seemed,
an 8-year-old kid.
It seemed like more than an 8-year-old kid would trample to move in that direction.
Well,
Let's at least go up to the
Let's travel some
the
more.
place where they might
travel some
have camped, right?
Okay. So back to the horses, untie the horses from the trees, and you get yourself... Wow.
Oh my gosh!
That is so loud.
You get yourself an alarm.
Yes, thank you for that. That's my alarm telling me we're coming up on break, but I have a few more things I want to talk through here with you.
Yes.
Climb back on the horses, head back out to the road.
Yeah, we
And
keep
you're-
going.
You keep going. Now it is starting to get late. Time passes. We'll agree that time passes as you are moving at a steady pace on this road. And Brune, Bear, to your sort of recollection, you should be closing in on a couple of these campsites soon. So, I won't say the sun is setting, but dusk is upon you. Things are starting to get a little dimmer. The sun is clearly going to be down in maybe 2 hours. It'll be dark. And you are moving down the road. And all of a sudden, there is something that catches your eye because you're beginning to scan the periphery and around the road to see if you can spot a campsite. And all of a sudden, two things catch your eye. One isn't quite your eye, but your senses. You smell what appears to almost be a campfire, like food, like something's cooking, and it smells good. And you've been on the road for quite some time today, so all of a sudden this smell that's wafting through the forest is like almost magical. Two, you are sort of on alert now because you smell this food and you're looking. And Smog, you turn and you look towards this mountain area to the other side of the road. And there in the forest, 50 or 60 feet in, brightly illuminated, you see this stag, this elk of sorts, this very majestic animal with an enormous rack of antlers, almost white, similar to the color of your horse, but a little bit more pure, standing there in the forest, and it almost appears to be staring directly at you. And it's startling at first because, first of all, as a druid, it's a beautiful creature, and you're immediately struck with awe, like, oh,
Hello, nurse.
yes, exactly. But at the same time, there's a foreboding presence there. There's something to it that just seems almost authoritative. And as you look, it turns and just kind of lopes up the slope that it's next to, disappears behind a couple of trees. And your focus turns back to this food. Now, all this time, you've been moving still on the road. And not 200 yards later, you spot it. You're coming around this bend, and there, off to the right, you see one glow of a campfire, another glow of a campfire. You see a couple of heads of people moving about. One of them most appears to be carrying a large branch with 2 buckets of water on it. And then you hear what sounds like a couple of kids laughing. As you get closer, you hear murmuring and chatter of people. And you begin to turn in off the road because now there's a very clear path that goes into this one camp area. And as you turn, you see it. There's 70 or 80 people with tents and fires burning. There's makeshift chairs set up and tables in different places outdoors, and people setting tables, getting ready to eat. And it appears as life as normal almost. And as you sort of ride into this space on your 3 majestic steeds, you and your giant presence and these animals, one guy turns around and looks at you, and he's just like, oh, well, it's good to see all of you. Why don't you come on in and have something to eat? And that's where we're going to go to break. All right.
Duly
So,
noted.
I don't like it.
I'm so sus of this shit. This. I got a bad feeling about this.
It's Brigadoon. And it's hundreds of bodies over.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody, listen. For one, we're going to go to break for a little bit. We got some things to show you, so don't worry. If you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel yet, now would be an awesome time to do that. And we got a few videos for you to watch, so please don't go away. We'll be back in maybe 15 minutes. We got some business to tend to, but we'll see you in a little bit. All right, thanks. Hey everybody, welcome to the break, and thanks for watching our actual play tonight. I'm having a good time, and I hope you are too. So one of the things that we always talk about when we play tabletop role-playing games is we refer to this notion of the storytelling. We're telling a story collaboratively. We know this already. But one of the things that occurred to me that was really interesting is that you, the chat, as you watch along, are contributing to this. You maybe will mention something like, wow, wouldn't it be really cool if someone did this? And that actually affects our story. And so we created a system called Boons and Banes where you can contribute to the story in a more sort of formalized way. So how do you do this? Well, number one, if you want to acquire a boon or a bane, this is in-game currency that you, the viewer, can spend. You just simply super chat $5 and Saturn, our tech expert, will get in touch with you and ask you, hey, you want a boon or a bane? And he'll do that immediately. Now, we keep track of how many boons or banes you have, and they roll over from game to game. So if you don't spend it tonight, totally fine. Now, there is a menu on our website, witherandbloomstudios.com, where you can see what's available to spend your currency on. Boons help the players. Banes help me, the GM. So you might decide you want to spend a bane to give me a critical strike on a next roll. You might decide you want to get a boon so that you can get a player a healing potion or help stabilize them in combat. And the list will change regularly. So every game, we might have new things up there for you to get. There are other ways to get boons and banes. We might give one away for the next person to tell us this in the chat. You'll get a free boon. We might have predictions in our Discord. Don't forget to join our Discord. That say, you know, who's going to be the first one to go down tonight in combat? And if you guess correctly, you win a boon or a bane. So get them and participate in what's going on. It could be an opportunity for you to affect a story that's going to live on forever. Okay? Well, I hope it lives on forever. All right, anyway, we'll be back from the break soon. Consider getting boons and banes. Go check out that menu on Wither and Bloom Studios. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. All right, we'll see you soon.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Eric. I play over here at Wither and Bloom all the time. You know me. I know you. It's all good. For this campaign, I'm playing Dragon Smorgas, a druid of the Lordorite Dragonborn persuasion. And Zmog, as his friends are known to call him, has found his way to Pepperwick and has been living in this old forge on the outskirts of the town. And they are incessantly looking to connect with more nature, and that's why they've kind of started festering within the druidic arts. So come check us out and let's play. Have a good time. We're right in the backyard here. It's lovely. Come on.
Hi, my name's Garrett Brennan, and I will be playing Baradin. He's a dwarven cleric, and, you know, a little bit about him, he's been having these visions
and he doesn't understand them 100%, but he's kind of being pushed towards a path of learning the ways of a cleric, and we're going to figure out what that all means.
Hi, I'm Atticus Fiorito, they, them, and this campaign on Wither and Bloom Studios, I am playing Brune, a first-level Earth Genasi paladin who has taken up residence in the town of Pepperwick to sort of, not aimlessly wander, but discover what their purpose is after a traumatic loss.
back, baby.
And we're back. Thank you for hanging out with us. And I just wanted to remind everybody before we start getting back into the game again really quickly that we were nominated for a Crit Award for Best Studio Production, which we're totally honored to be in and amongst the greats in the Crit Awards. So if you have not voted for us yet, we would so appreciate that. So how do you vote in the Crit Awards? There's a link in the description to this video for how to get there. You do have to register, and there are a bunch of Crit Awards to get through. There's lots of categories. Now, the cool thing about that is you're gonna discover other people out there that were nominated for awards. Cool. But when you get to Best Studio Production, Wither and Bloom Studios all the way. Please, please, please vote for us. Voting is gonna end on August 23rd, and so we're running out of time. We have no idea where we stand, but we're up against some heavy hitters, so we need all the votes we can get. So please, please, that would be so nice.
It'd be really cool.
Heavy hitters, but this studio.
Our studio,
Am I right?
Come on,
Like-
our studio kicks butt. It kicks butt. We
It's
believe
a labor of love.
we believe in being together when we play, and we're fortunate and privileged to be allowed to be together. We don't, I always kind of poo-poo playing across like Roll20 or Discord and all of that, but I should also say that I'm really lucky to be able to play in person.
We
with
got our
people
space. We've got our.
in a good space.
Yeah.
It was helpful to have a house that had a stone basement so that we could have like real stone walls. Those aren't foam.
This is real.
That's right.
Right.
It true.
It's rock. There's dust.
Of course,
on
I'm
our
always worried.
backs
I'm
when we
always
go
worried the
home.
house is going to fall down at any minute.
Yeah.
But that's a different story. Okay, so here we are, and when we went to break, the party had just stumbled upon. Is this the Pilgrims? You've been invited to eat. What do you say? Are you hungry, traveler?
I'm a little peckish.
I'm always hungry.
The sun's going down you far enough, as far as I can tell from anywhere. You may as well pull up for the night and settle in.
All right.
Are you the inscription?
Yes. You mean the Pilgrims, yes?
Yes. Can I roll an insight check?
Absolutely.
15.
15. Yeah, your inclination to roll the insight check was due to the moment of hesitation that you probably sensed in his addressing you, but it did not seem like a lie so much as it did a moment of recall. It was almost as if he had to say, "Oh yeah, that's who we are." Sure. Not, "Oh yeah." No, it wasn't like that. It was
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
What are your names?
Baradin.
Baradin.
You?
Pleasure.
You?
I got it. I'm so insight check. No, it's just me coming to a moment of.
It's okay.
Senior moment.
I'm having a senior moment. I can't remember my name, and I don't want to name.
I did that when I tried to
That's
introduce myself, at the beginning of the session.
You did, but I'm trying to fly by the seat of my pants tonight with my. Give me 1 second. I will give you one. Ford, not like the car. Cars didn't exist yet, but to Ford as in like F-I-O-R-D, like fjord. Fjord.
Right. Fjord.
Name's Fjord.
Fjord.
What are your names? You said Baradin.
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 Brune.
Brune.
Dracon Smogus. Nice to meet you. You could call me Smog if we become friends.
Pleasure to meet you. You don't look like you're traveling with much in the way of gear. Are you able to bed down for the night with your own? Or we certainly probably have some we could spare.
We came looking for you. You were expected in Pepperwick earlier today.
Yes, you're moving a little more behind schedule, eh?
Yeah, but I think one of the things at least I have certainly recognized over the past couple of days where the weather has been just absolutely superior. Have you noticed the weather has just been divine?
It is nice.
We decided that maybe it's just more important to take in what's here. It'll happen when it happens.
So, have you been in this spot for a little bit?
Now let me think about it for a minute. Yeah, we've probably been here for, I'd say 3 or 4 days now, maybe longer. But what difference does it make, really? I mean, we're all fine. You're welcome to, check everybody out and talk amongst the people and have a nice meal, and who knows, maybe you'll love this place as much as we do and just take your time.
Okay.
Can I make a quick perception check?
Fucking rabbit, Jesus.
Yes. I want to look around the campsite, see if I can't see any of these strange rocks lying around or on anybody nearby.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Nope. That's an 8.
Wow, our rolls have been spectacular.
There's been a couple of good
okay.
ones.
There's been a couple good
Started
rolls.
off
That's true.
nice.
I will give you that. There's been a few good ones. I mean, as you glance about the space, number one, you see a number of what appear to be somewhat friendly faces spot you and, nod or, just give you a nice, gentle, welcoming smile. In your immediate, surroundings, there are 2 campfires. The campfires have had some logs that look like they've been pulled out of the forest and cut and are sort of turned up on their end for seats. One of them has a long log that looks like it's been halved, laying across it for a bench. So there's lots of seating. You actually spot over, probably about 40 feet away, what almost appears to be outside of a tent. There is a makeshift easel almost set up, and hanging on the easel, propped up on the easel, appears to be a very large, and not very large, but maybe 20 inches by 18 inches panel of wood that there is one camper there, and she's got some paintbrushes out, and she's kind of looking out into the forest, and she's painting trees.
Happy little trees.
It's a really seemingly satisfactory place. Nothing appears out of order.
Being that
But no, you don't see any stones. Sorry.
Bear and I have been around for a while, and we've seen this pilgrimage go through. Scanning this crowd of people, do we recognize it? I mean, pilgrims, they generally repeat their pilgrimages,
Yes.
right? Would we recognize anyone that we might have
Yes, you
seen?
absolutely would, because you have been in Pepperwick long enough to have established, yearly contacts with these people, some of whom you look forward to showing up year after year. Now, Helene, who is the wife of, it's Will's wife's cousin,
sister-in-law.
sister-in-law. That's not somebody that you would recognize.
Okay.
But there's a husband and wife couple that you're used to seeing who actually frequent the Pepperwick house, and they come through every year traveling together. You've met both of them. Please don't ask me their names yet, because I will give them to you momentarily. Forgive me breaking protocol there.
Good.
Just give me a second and I'll give you something for them. I should have, I normally have a list of NPC names right in front of me. That was the one thing I didn't do for tonight. So I'm kind of pulling it out of thin air.
Fred and Fjord are fine.
Fred and Fjord and Silas and...
Silas is a good one.
Yeah.
But yes, there are some familiar faces about, which you've already been told you're more than welcome to go and speak with.
Let me go to the couple.
Okay. Now, as you're approaching them, and we'll call them Korat, the wife, Korat,
How do you spell that?
Corat. And give me the name for her husband. I'll throw this to the party for once. Give me a good name, Atticus.
Oster.
Oster. Oh, I love Oster. Oster and Karat. Now, the thing that strikes you about them, what you've learned about Oster and Karat throughout the few years you've known them coming through town, is they're scholars deeply rooted in the religious history of Calagenia, True Children, Heart of the Vassarine, and all of the things that this inscription event represent. Okay? They are the people that, they're sort of like the historians of the inscription. They will tell you all about the journey of the party that brought the Heart of the Vassarine back, you know, the heroic acts that took place there. They will tell you about how the myths of the heart being dug up in the first place by Calagenia and brought to Emberfell hundreds of years ago. They can tell you all of that.
Hey, Korat. How did that frying pan that I put all those nice little holes in it to weep away all the oils and stuff? How did that work out for you?
Smog. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, I cherish your craft, and I love that pan quite a bit.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. I hope it hasn't wept out too much of the oils into your fires and created flare-ups. But
You notice as she says this, her husband just kind of gently pats her back with a condescending kind of smile.
I do appreciate the fact that you are patrons. We were a little worried. We expected to see you at Pepperwick this week. Today, actually.
Pepperwick. Oh. Are we behind schedule?
I would say, yeah, at least a day.
Huh.
We thought you would be there early this morning, and our mayor said maybe you go find everyone.
She looks at her husband, and Oster just kind of like shrugs his shoulders and looks at all of you and nods and goes back over to straightening the campsite. He was actually just cleaning up. He has a sort of a large branch that's got a smattering of branches off of it. He's kind of like raking around the campsite just to even out the dirt. He's just like, it'll happen when it happens.
So, you guys, you have always been very quick to tell us about all the mythologies and the reasons why you go on this inscription every year. And it's important to you, no? Like, it seems like you guys don't really have the same chutzpah that you did around this pilgrimage.
Well,
What's going on?
I don't know about any chutzpah, but it's, things come and go, right? I mean, is it really as important as you make it out to be? Look around you. Look at how living in the moment and taking advantage of this place is so satisfying. It really is. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, nice. It's pretty here. Yeah, sure. But, all of us over there in Pepperwick, we like seeing you every year. We like that you come and...
Oh, and we love seeing you too, and it's so nice of you to join us here.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to eat yet?
No.
There's food for everybody. Would you like to get something? Perhaps I can help you.
What have you guys been eating on the road, huh?
Oh, well, we're excellent at, we have several excellent cooks, some people that forage here. And so, we've met, and plus we bring a fair amount of provisions with us.
Forage.
Of course.
What do you forage for?
All kinds of things. We have there are local, farms, and there's of course occasional patches of mushrooms that one could cook, and there's different types of, we have several of us that hunt in the group, and
Did
so
the mushrooms look at you?
I'm sorry,
Did the mushrooms look at you before you picked them?
Smod, you sound like you're starving. Are you hungry? Did the mushrooms look at us? That's really funny. I forgot you have a good sense of humor.
Yeah, sure.
I'm something of an herbalist at times. Could I take a peek at the mushrooms? Just to.
I don't know if I have any here, but I'm sure if you'd like to. I know we have some stores. Hang on a second, I'll see what I can do. And
Did you just point me to the stores?
Well, the gentleman you spoke to on the way in, the large campfire ring there, where all the seats are around it there. We usually gather there and eat and tell stories at night. So, go see him. He's got access to the food.
All right, I'll go find Ford.
Okay.
I do not think we should eat anything that these people are cooking.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack and get, a ration and start eating it.
Meat?
Yes.
All right, so you head back over.
Yeah.
Ford is there, and he's got a very large iron in his hands that he is hooking onto the handle of a pot that's over one of the fires. There's a tripod there, and he's hooking onto that. He's like, watch yourself now. It's pretty hot. You don't want to get burned.
Of course.
And he picks this up off of there, and you can see his
Do you need help there?
yeah, if you don't mind. There's the iron actually sticks out from behind his arm, and you grab a hold of that, and the two of you are able to move this pot over, and he's got a large flat stone there, which he rests that on. And then he goes back over by the tripod there, and there laying next to it is a large iron ladle, and he brings it over.
Is there any way, as we're trying to set it down, that I can knock it over?
Knock it over? Yeah, sure. Why don't you let's do a strength contest roll. And because as soon as you go to flick that in the wrong direction, he, of course, in an attempt to save it, will counter.
So just a strength modifier?
Yeah, I got
17.
an 8. Okay, so, tell me what you do.
Well, I see him struggling a little bit. It's a pretty big pot. I'm going to offer to help him. And, I guess as we're swinging it, you said we were going to go set it on a stone.
There's a
or
stone
something.
there, yeah.
I think you said I was kind of grabbing the back of this pole.
Yep.
Can I try to dip it down so as we're swinging it kind of catches and
Absolutely.
it's just
And you feel for a moment as you go to dip it down, he tries to fight you, but you overpower him, and the bottom of the pot grazes the stone and pulls it over, and a good amount of
it.
Yeah, this concoction, this
my
porridge and stew
God,
just spills on the
Ford,
ground. He's like, oh.
I'm so sorry. We've been riding for most of the I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I have some I have some rations. I could help.
By all means, if you'd like to chip in, and that would be totally fine. We can cook some more. It won't take me long to mix up another batch, and
okay.
we have several other fires going throughout the campsite. It's not the food for everyone, but
Okay.
we'll
I apologize.
We'll do
I
our
should've
best.
Just, you had it. I should have let you just do it.
And with that, you see Karat. She comes kind of walking over, and she's like, "Ah, what happened?"
I'm so clumsy.
It's only an honest mistake.
It's okay. You're guests here, and it's all right. Don't trouble yourselves.
I was just saying to Karat, who sent me to come and find you for it. I've been known to be a bit of an herbalist at times. So if there's
really?
Any?
Do you have any good recipes that you could share?
Not many, but I mean, if I could see your food stores, maybe I could examine some
by all-
things and
this-
maybe try and drum some unique spices up.
By all means, the second tent on the left. Just be careful because we do have a lot of things laid out on tables. We're trying to, sort things and keep track of things. But help yourself and
Do
have a
my
look.
best not to move too many things around.
Sure thing. And if you have any good recipes, be sure to let me know.
Will do.
Wonderful.
And I'll mosey over to that food store. Do I see any mushrooms?
As you sort of lift the flap of the tent and walk inside, there is a gentle glow inside of there. There's a small lantern that's hung from one of the supports for the tent. And yeah, you actually do. There's a fairly good-sized table. There seem to be some gathered herbs and wild greens that, you know, you've even seen in your time that are fairly common in this area. And then next to those, piled up, there's a number of different species of mushrooms there that are common in this area.
Okay.
None of them are talking to you.
Great. I would like to... I'm really regretting not taking Detect Magic. Fuck. Okay. I'm going to... Let's see.
Talk to our horse.
Where would it go? Because I have some background stuff. Okay, perfect. So, I have an herbalism kit, which states that having the proficiency with this kit lets me add my proficiency bonus to any checks made to identify or apply herbs.
Okay.
So I want to take a little bit of time to just see if any of the more unfamiliar mushrooms or things that they may have foraged in this region, see if I could identify anything and make sure that there's nothing that has some strange property to it.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Go ahead and make a check on that for me.
Do you think this would be any particular skill?
Well, you're using the herbalism kit,
Yeah,
so you're
so-
gaining, is it proficiency or expertise?
It's just proficiency.
Proficiency, so you're getting a +2
Yeah.
to the roll. It could be nature, it could be medicine, it could be survival.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm already proficient in medicine as well, so it'll just be a +3.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. It was...
The dice betray.
Yeah. It bounced off the camera, but it's still a... It's only an 11.
An 11. I will say this. You spend a good amount of time diligently lifting each specimen, inspecting it, identifying it, and you're very good at it. You are really skilled with all of the local flora. And to your frustration, and certainly not to meet any of your suspicions, you identify all of these things as being fairly common, edible, food-worthy specimens across the board. Nothing is suspect. You come across a few occasional bugs that might be, in the material, but that's what you come out of this with. All of a sudden you hear somebody begin to play the lute, and you kind of turn your head, and one gentleman is sat down by the one major large fire ring with a stringed instrument, and he begins to strum, and it's a nice sound on the slowly closing of the light for the evening. Lantern glows begin to pop up in different places here and there as the night begins to settle in. You can smell the good food. People are eating. Occasionally people stop and talk to you. And you settle in and sit around this one large fire with Fjord and Oster and Karat and several others that, begin to tell stories of their day. The one woman who was actually painting the scene was, she sat down and she says, it's really funny, but I had a couple of breakthroughs today. I really felt like I was figuring out how to get some of that depth that I've been looking to get out of my painting. It was really good. The rest of them are sitting there eating, and one gentleman's playing songs. Everything here seems so satisfied. You're having a really hard time wrapping your head around this one.
It's very weird.
But I will say this, Smog. You're concerned. you've been looking about. You understand the impact of the inscription on Pepperwick and history and all of this, and this disturbing you. And at one point you look up across the fire and you see the fire's glow on the people's faces around you. And there's a woman sitting across the fire who hasn't said much. She has brown hair that sort of flows down over her shoulders, out from underneath a hood that she's wearing on a cloak. The night air is starting to get cool and people are getting bundled a little bit. And you see the fire's glow sort of coming up underneath that hood. And you could just catch her eyes a little bit. And every once in a while she glances at you. And then she looks down and then she glances at Bear and looks down. But she keeps looking at you. And not in a way that is that somewhat fake, welcoming smile that you feel like everyone is giving you. There's something else there.
Pardon me, everyone. I need to go use a little dragon's room. And so I'm going to step away from the fire, maybe go off into the darkness for a moment, just pretend to take care of business, and then come back and maybe sit down across the fire next to this mysterious hooded woman. Keep an eye on me, huh?
Okay.
Did I notice the glances?
Roll perception for me.
No. No. I'm enjoying the fire.
You mind if I shift gears a little bit and alter what you said?
Oh, sure.
You sneak off to go to the bathroom, and you see as Smog gets up and leaves, and maybe 45 seconds later, this woman gets up, turns her back, and the blackness of her cloak just boom, as she sort of walks away from the firelight in the same direction Smog walked. You are maybe 50 feet away around the back of a tree, finishing up your business. And as you turn to head back to the fire, you hear tss, and you turn, and almost hidden in the shadows, you just catch a little bit of the moonlight off of a face behind a hood.
That's full.
She's taking a peek at the dragon.
Wow.
Really?
You could have just not.
Wow. Okay, we've not touched that with 10-foot pole yet.
Hey.
Yourself, huh?
What are you doing here? Really?
What? Are you a part of the inscription? Yeah.
I am.
Mm-hmm. And
Not like they are.
why is everyone so late? I noticed you looking at me across the fire, and
Something is wrong.
no shit.
I don't understand it.
You're
but
late.
It's not about that anymore. Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care about the inscription. Nobody seems to care to get out of this place. And all I want to do is get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Karate Nostra, they are devout people. I mean, they come every year.
I know them well. They are not themselves.
It's weird.
It absolutely is weird.
Have you been with them for a while? Have you been on the pilgrimage with them?
I
since the
start
beginning?
with them and a few others. We're some of the core
What
people.
happened? They just all decided to stop for whatever and come here and...
We were determined to leave this place in the morning so that we could be in Pepperwick on time.
No, we were all worried. That's why we came.
And all of a sudden, it was as if when we got up that morning, everybody went about their business like nothing was supposed to happen that day. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. I wasn't privy to any conversations, but all of my questioning about, are we going to go? Are we going to leave? Aren't we going to be late? Just seems to be met with this kind of
And it will happen
flippancy.
when it happens.
Nobody seems to care.
It's weird.
And I mean, it's not that I put my whole life investment into the inscription, but it meant something to me. It still means something to me, but it's almost as if it means nothing to them.
And nothing strange happened? You didn't find anything weird?
We
Didn't
are going to be caught if we're gone from that fire for too long. I will tell you this, in the last couple of days.
Caught by who?
They don't like the way I talk about this. I keep asking questions about when we're going to leave, and they seem to be losing patience with me. They keep assuring me that everything's going to be fine, and they see that I'm getting more and more angry. The minute you walked in here, I saw a possible out, but I also don't want to leave them. If something's wrong, I can't abandon them. Some of them are my friends.
Well, yeah, I mean, they are our patrons. We spend a lot of time every year waiting for them to come in. They help our communities out, and we look forward to this.
Listen, we need to get back to that fire right now, but
Okay.
I want to try, maybe not tonight, but we need to try and figure something out and get to the bottom of this. Please, I beg you, keep my confidence. I'm really concerned about what might happen if they find out that I've been talking to you like this.
Okay. I understand.
I'm gonna go back.
Before you go, what's your name? I'm Simone. Nice to meet you. I hope we can...
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay. Hey, Charlotte, have you...
Charlotte?
in your travels, Helene? Do you know, have you met, or...
Helene. Yeah, I know Helene.
the guy who gave us our horses is his sister. Sort of. It's his wife's sister.
Related.
Yeah.
Oh. She's
here? She's okay?
She's here. She seems to be
Same as everyone
like
else.
them. There's only one or two others that are on the same page with me.
Which ones are them?
I'll introduce you tomorrow. I should get back to the fire.
Okay, you go first. I'll come in behind.
Yeah, we shouldn't go together.
That would look really weird.
She kind of nods and disappears off into the darkness. And Bear, you see her come back all of a sudden, and she sits down and she kind of like looks. And most of the people around the fire haven't even really paid much attention or noticed that anything is different.
I'm just enjoying the music, not partaking in the food.
I'm not gonna come staggering in and be like, hey, don't mind me. I just went to the bathroom. Everything's cool.
I think around this time, Brune comes in from the food stores and sits down next to the two of you. I think the food's fine. There's no, or at the very least, there's nothing that grows in such a way that...
It wasn't looking at you?
No, it wasn't. It was all common to the region, normal flora.
I'm telling you, that shit that we saw in the woods was weird. I didn't like it.
Do you think that's connected at all?
I don't know, but don't you think that they're all kind of acting a little like that kid was?
Yes, but it almost seems like anytime you mention Pepperwick to someone here, they have to actively try and remember.
Yeah. Like, their brain don't work no more.
Silas at least had it front and center. But
Yeah, but he was closer,
that's true.
and he's from there.
Do you think that there's something in this area? I mean, I think maybe we should explore around the campgrounds more.
Well, it's dark. They might think we're weird. Listen. Like, are we kind of like off to the side a little bit, or we're just like right front and center in this?
Right now, you are sitting around the campfire. There's enough of a din between the crackling of the fire, the playing of the lute, and the general conversation that you can probably whisper to one another without being heard.
I'm trying to be like below the din.
Yeah, that's very doable.
Okay. How about this? After everybody goes to sleep, at the very least, I'll look around, try and case the whole campground, see if there's anything suspicious.
Okay.
With that, Ford comes up behind the two of you, and he kind of puts his arms around both of you and kind of like comes in between you, and he's like, now have we probably haven't had a chance to get you set up with some kind of accommodation, but I do understand that the hour's late. You've been traveling. Your horses are well tended, so don't worry about that. But I did manage to get a couple of the, the people in the encampment to condense into a single tent so that we could make one tent for you. Would that be satisfactory? Give you a nice place to sleep. Chance to get a good night's rest.
I appreciate it. I mean, that's more than we were expecting. So
Oh, we love to accommodate you. We're good people.
Okay. Maybe, that sounds nice.
Thank you.
Okay, we go to the tent now. I'm a little. Oh, I'm so sleepy.
Would you like me to show you now?
Just so we can, maybe get settled in a little bit.
Of
Maybe
course.
we'll come back out and join the fire. And nice music.
It'll give you a chance to get familiar with your accommodations, and if you'd like to rejoin, great. If not, we'll have breakfast in the morning for you.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Great. Well, follow me. Guys get up from around the fire, and he takes you down and meanders through, and you
I
realize
shoot
that...
a little look over at Charlotte, huh?
Okay. And she kind of like sees you, and you just see this most subtle nod from her, and then she looks back down at the fire. You begin to walk with Fjord, and you realize that this camp is quite large. There are probably close to 75 or 80 decent-sized tents in this space that all kind of meander through this opening, this clearing in the forest. He takes you down one row, and then there's a intersection where it's open in the center. There's a fire there. There's another group of people sitting around that fire. You turn right, and you move your way down through a few more of those, and most of the tents are closed, and most of the people are out and sitting around the fire. But it does come up on one tent, and the flap has been drawn back and secured back with a leather cord. And hanging off the one support pole is a small oil lantern on the outside, illuminating the ground beneath it. It is starting to get quite dark. There's also a gentle glow from inside the tent. And so as you duck inside the space, you see there's an oil lantern in there. And there are 4 cots in that space that are set up. It seems like that's about right. Between each of the cots, there are 2 nightstands. There's an oil lamp hanging in there. There are a couple of footlockers in that space. Fjord walks over to one of the footlockers, flips it open, and he goes, "These just have some blankets in them and some bedding, just in case you get cold in the middle of the night. But, feel free to use it or not use it, but make yourselves at home. I'm just around the corner if you need me, and everybody here is plenty friendly. So if you need anything and you can't find me, just grab a friend and enjoy yourselves."
Thank you, Fjord. It's very, very kind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad to be of help.
Yeah, it seems like you've got very good numbers this year. Lots of it a little bigger this year than normal, no?
Well, I hadn't really thought much about the size. It's a good group. Fits in this space really nicely.
Yes, this space, huh? Yeah.
And the way that you guys have set up here, I'm excited to see how you'll do the tent city around the lake. It would be my first inscription in
yes.
Pepperwick, so I haven't seen it
It's
before.
quite beautiful the way you guys always do that with the luminaries and the way your tents glow and everything. With the geysers, don't you remember the geysers, yeah?
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
And those are beautiful.
They are.
Don't you think it would be nice to come and see our geysers again?
Eventually.
Eventually, huh?
Yeah.
This spot right here along the mountain and the side of the road is nicer than the geysers, huh?
Well, I think one should be satisfied with life's simplicities and grateful for whatever it is that's thrown your way.
All right, then. Sounds good. Well, you have a lovely evening, my friend.
And you as well, Zmog.
All right.
And like I said, if you need anything, you know where to find me.
Absolutely. Just around the corner, huh?
Out of the tent he goes.
These people are fucked.
Did you wait for him to walk
Yes!
away just a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I agree.
That girl Charlotte that I talked to when
What
I was
girl?
peeing, the one that was across the fire from me.
Wait, what?
Okay, so when we were at the bigger fire and the guy was playing the lute and everything seemed hunky dory,
the music was
and
great.
Karat and Oyster were all hanging out and everybody is fine. She followed me to when I went to the PE room in the little dragon's room,
Oh.
and she says this shit is not right either, and she wants to come out and leave, but they've been weird with her. They seem like they don't want her to go. There's a couple other people in the camp that also don't really see it the same way everybody else is seeing it, and it's a little bit strange.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Well,
If anything, I don't think all of us at any time should go to sleep all at the same time, huh? That would be
Yeah.
bad.
I was just going to say,
agree.
what happens if we wake up in the morning and, you know,
And we don't want to leave.
we don't want to leave?
Well, I mean, should we get Fred to maybe drag us out of here in the morning?
Yeah, you're going to go talk to Fred and tell him that, you know,
Well,
if we don't want to leave, you need to drag us out.
Well, maybe the other people who are similar to Charlotte. Maybe we can get them out and get to Pepperwick. I don't know.
we could try. We can try to get in touch with her. Maybe we go back to that fire and give her some kind of signal or something. I don't know, but it sounded like she wanted to go, but the rest of them didn't want her to go.
Okay.
And it's weird the way that they're all like wanting to hang out here. I mean, it's
I
nice,
wonder-
sure, but it's side of road.
If-
mountain, big deal. Come on, I mean, Pepperwick's nice.
I think what if we were to get a group of people who wanted to leave out to Pepperwick? We see if the people who want to stay here forget them or not.
I guess. I mean, hopefully we're not met with any kind of resistance of them leaving and us leaving. And we could try.
I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not eating any other food.
Yeah,
I know you looked at the food, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
still wouldn't
trust it.
trust it either.
It's something very weird, and I gotta say, that kid, he freaked me out. And then those mushrooms in the woods in that dark spot, that freaked me out. There's a lot of freaky shit going on today, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah, there's a lot.
right.
So I don't feel like I want to sleep anytime
Should
soon.
you know your plants
To an extent,
to an
yeah.
extent. I mean, we saw the mushrooms.
So dark.
Go in night mode.
We saw the mushrooms. Maybe someone goes with one of these scouts and sees, like, is there another one of those weird mushroom spots? Like, he made a comment that there's too many of our kind, right? The mushrooms made a comment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they didn't like us being close. They told us to back off.
I wonder.
I don't like those things being that close to home either. Not
no, I don't
not for
think it
nothing,
either.
but
I mean, that kid was like right there too.
it's fucking weird.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Guess we're gonna see what happens in the morning.
Maybe I still want to walk around at night.
Okay.
Try and case the joint.
All right. Well,
Like the camp or further out?
The edge of the camp.
Okay.
Try and get a sense of the scale of it. See if there's anything within the bounds of the camp.
Should we all go?
It's up to you.
I mean, I'm down.
All right, let's walk. Let's go for a walk, huh? Sure. I'd rather not. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little got the heebie-jeebies with this
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
I don't like the chutzpah here. It's not feeling good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone.
Let's get some fresh air. Walk around the edge of the camp for a bit.
Okay.
And as we do so, I want to keep an eye out for any spots that are particularly darkened. And or anything that gives me an especially odd feeling.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
All right. You leave the tent. Fires are still burning. There are still people sitting around, seemingly enjoying themselves. You hear occasional bits and pieces of music coming from different areas where people are sitting. There's activity. So coming out is not hard to do. But the crowd's thinned a little. Some of the people have seemed to gone off to their tents. Some of the tents now are open, and you're able to kind of not see inside of them, but it seems like people, as they begin to return to their spaces, either have the tent door open for a period of time or they're going in and out, and so you're able to glance inside of these spaces as you're walking. One of the most beautiful things about this space is the glow of the light from within each of these tents. You do notice this, and this is one of the things you remember from the tent city they would set up in Pepperwick as well. With that being said, you begin to move about. Now, I'll let you either roll a group perception check, or I'll let one of you roll with advantage.
Oh boy.
Perception.
Perception. I have a +1 to perception.
I have +4.
So do I, but you roll like
Yeah, then you take
I think
it with
I think you
advantage.
should take the advantage.
man.
Come on. Don't.
My dice haven't been that great tonight either.
Yeah,
Fine,
but they're
I'll
better
roll
than
it.
me.
You can do it. You got advantage.
19.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Excellent. You're walking about, and you happen by a tent, and there's a crowd of people walking towards you. And by a crowd, I mean 5 or 6 people that all seem to be walking back to their tents at one time. And so the three of you cluster together a little bit to give them room to pass. And in doing so, you inadvertently get very close to one of the tent doors that happens to be open. There's a soft, gentle glow coming from that space. And you can't help it. You look inside, and sure enough, there's the normal oil lamp hanging from the same post it's hanging from in your room. But then you notice that on one of the tables between the beds, there is a wooden bowl. And in that wooden bowl, you see a very soft glow, almost reflecting from the oil lamp off of it's very hard to see into it, but there's a glow coming out of that bowl that seems like, it almost seems like it has its own light source. It's strange. But that catches your attention. And that's what you get.
Anyone in that tent?
You do hear something moving around in there, like around where you're able to see, so it sounds like someone's in there, but you do catch a very good glimpse of that. Do you want to poke your head inside?
Kind of. Kind of. I mean, all right, I'm not going to poke my head inside. I want to continue walking. And once we're past that tent a little bit, I'm just going to stop the group.
Okay.
And I'm going to let them know that as we were passing this tent, I caught a glimpse of something. Now, I didn't pick the rock up, but I know the rock has some weird
Got a glow when light
quality
hits
to it, right?
it. Yeah.
What do you see?
there was like a bowl on the table, and it seemed to just be putting off some kind of weird glow that doesn't make sense. I mean, there's a lamp in the tent, but I mean, could everyone have found one of these weird rocks and like?
I don't know.
I do think someone's in the tent. I was very tempted to just step inside and
Yeah,
be like,
well,
hey, how you doing? But
late at night, that's kind of odd.
yeah.
Let's maybe let's go back to the main campfire and see if we can find Charlotte again and see if she's noticed anything about these rocks.
Okay.
The rock that you found is still wrapped up in your with the horse, right?
I haven't touched it since.
Okay. I sure hope our friends don't get stuck here too.
We could ask.
Let's go see if she's seen any of these rocks. Huh?
Sure.
So we're gonna go back to the campfire
Okay.
and see if Charlotte's still there.
Okay. So you head back over there. It's not far to get yourself over to that position. And you see that there's still 4 or 5 figures sitting around that campfire. She's not there. But Fjord sees you come up, and he's like, oh, good, you've come back. Would you care to join us?
We just stretching our legs a little before we bed down for tonight, you know. So, what are you guys doing?
Well, we always do at night. We tell stories and listen to an account of the day's events and wind down.
What kind of events did you have today?
Well, most people are engaging in their own interests, and occasionally we have a group that goes out and hunts for something to eat, maybe does some foraging, relaxation, meditation and prayer, normal day's activities.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Don't stay up too late. You've had a long day on the road. Make sure to get some rest.
Yeah, because we're going to get on the road tomorrow, right? Come down to Pepperwick, yeah?
Oh, will you be leaving us tomorrow?
You guys aren't continuing on your pilgrimage?
We hadn't really talked about it. I suppose it's possible, but we're currently enjoying what we have here.
Okay. That's cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for your generosity.
You let me know if there's anything else I could do for you.
You guys are so kind. I love what you do with the tents and the way things are beautiful, very pretty. It's nice. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Good night.
Night. These fucking people are weird.
Yeah.
More so than they normally are.
Okay. They're odd.
Where are you going?
Well, let's just make our way like we look like we're heading back to the tent that they gave us, but maybe we go scan the perimeter.
Yeah. I want to try and see if there are any spots that are unnervingly less lit than others.
Are you making a reference to the darker patch you saw earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have really good instincts. I think your Earth Genasi self is looking to the things you understand as a being for what's wrong. You spotted something wrong in the geology and ecology of the forest floor, and you're like, that could be something, and you may be right. You spot something with the food, and you're like, I need to investigate the food. All these things are good instincts. They are, unfortunately, for now, not necessarily playing out. This space does not seem to have any kind of connection to what you saw earlier in the day in that regard, other than the fact that you're putting connections together, but they're not paying in a 1-to-1 kind of ratio for you yet. But I wouldn't abandon them. You're determined to hang on to them.
Cool.
This nighttime soundtrack is very quiet.
I don't know how much we're going to accomplish tonight. I don't know.
Should we see if there's one of those bowls in our tent?
Yeah.
At the very least, maybe we go back to our tent, get some rest, huh? Then try and break away. Maybe see if we can find those other people that aren't so interested in this thing. And
Yeah.
maybe we can get them out.
I definitely think that one of us should keep watch or
Yeah.
try and stay up.
For sure.
I agree. Yes, definitely check our tent for a bowl.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that if there were people in our tent, we were told that they condensed. So they probably would have taken it if there was one. But maybe I didn't even see anything. It could have just been...
Couldn't hurt to check.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that is a good question for this person you met. Do they have any weird rock? Have they seen anyone with a weird rock?
I don't think they have, but let's
I know.
go back,
Only one way to find out.
see what we see in there, and then oh jeez, and then some of us get rest and some of us stay up, huh?
Right.
Okay.
I can take first watch.
Okay.
You head back to the tent. It's uneventful. It's an uneventful walk, and you open the tent flap, head inside, shut the flap behind you. And you said you were taking first watch.
Yeah.
You notice,
Is there any bowl in our tent?
yes, there is.
Uh-huh.
And now that you've seen it in another tent and it's caught your eye, you do notice that there is one on each of the tables between the beds. There's 2 tables, so you have 4 beds, and then you've got 2 tables in between.
Uh-huh.
3 tables. My bad.
Okay.
Trying to do the breakup of 4 things.
Yeah. And what's in the bowls?
So you walk over and look in each of the bowls, which are also have this soft glow, and in each one of those bowls are several of these crystal shards
Oh, bitch.
that look exactly like the one that the kid had and identical to the one that you have. I mean, they have variations in their pattern,
Yeah.
but they are these stones.
I'm gonna like,
Hey, is there a back flap to this tent?
Back flap.
Sure.
Yeah.
wow.
something that faces away from the camp.
Yeah, because the one main entrance that you go in on the front side, there is a back side to that, for sure.
One by one, I'm gonna take these bowls. Let's see, like, just open up that little flap, empty out the bowl, shake it out. Just do one by one. Just clear out the space of any of these strange rocks.
Okay. So you take these, put them outside of the tent, and then go to sleep. You're taking a first watch. The 2 of you are going to get some sleep.
Yeah, I think so. I'm hesitant.
Cautiously, but I feel a little better
I'm
now.
hesitant, but
You gotta get your spell slots back.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
this has
Word.
something to potentially do with it.
I think
So I'm
it's,
hoping them being outside of our abode.
Yeah. I think it was like sleeping next to
We
those
hope.
rocks.
We hope.
So you 2 go to sleep. And you're taking first watch. So for the first few hours, everything is really quiet. You slowly hear the entire campsite quiet down over time. Bits and pieces of music finally fade. The voices that tend to be in conversation, even quietly, eventually fade. And before long, it's just the sounds of the forest, the crickets, an occasional pop of an ember from one of the fires that is still dying down. But overall, it's quiet. Your first watch is about 4 hours long. And right at the end of that 4 hours, it's creeping up on somewhere around 2:30 in the morning. And things have been quiet for quite some time. You hear the crack of a stick. and then a footstep, ever so slightly, just the gentle crush of the leaves, not far outside of your tent. You feel the hair on the back of your neck. Do you have hair on the back of your neck?
No.
Oh. If you had hair on the back of your neck,
like-
you would have felt it stand up.
There's like
pebbles on the back.
Yeah,
of your neck.
there's a very thin dark moss maybe.
Moss. It has a kind of vibration that
Yeah,
moves
like a-
through it as
a-
you feel like a chill.
Yeah, like a resonant stone texture.
Yeah, and you feel that actually pulse for a moment, in the moment where you realize something's out there. Fight or flight begins to kind of like
Yeah.
kick in.
What side of the tent is it on?
I would say that, if you looked out the front of the tent towards the campfire, it is towards the back on the left-hand side.
Okay. I'm gonna very slowly rise from where I am. I'll try and quietly open the front of the tent and sneak around to try and get behind whatever creature is at the back of the...
Roll stealth for me.
Uh-oh! Now here's a question. Do we think I would have taken my armor off by now?
You tell me. You're on a watch, so you weren't sleeping,
I wasn't.
but you might have tried to get more comfortable since you've been in it all day.
Yeah.
If you do take it off, you
My
will change
AC
your armor
is
class.
Is so low compared to being so high. I'm gonna say that I have taken it off, and I'm gonna say that I don't have my shield, but I will have my sword.
Okay. Sword out, roll stealth for me.
Sword out.
What do you have?
That's my business.
Oh, it's your business. Okay. Because although I add a 0 to stealth, doesn't matter because I got a natural 20.
Wow. Okay.
Well, you.
So that was not what I expected you to say. Out of the tent you go. Probably driven by the overall tension of this, not knowing. And you tiptoe around the back of the
Yeah.
tent.
I think I'm barefoot, so my sandals are off, so my feet are kind of like just not necessarily like I'm almost barely taking steps. I'm just kind of like gliding across the bare earth.
Beautiful. And as you come around the back of the tent, you see right at your back flap a figure crouched low, right at the seam of your tent. You freeze for a moment as you see this figure because it's engaged in some kind of act, and then you look, and it's picking up the shards of the crystals that you dumped out of the back and placing them in a small bag. You rolled a natural 20, so I'm going to let you act first before this person notices you're there.
Is this like a humanoid?
Yes.
Is it a human?
It's dark, but yeah. Cloaked.
Okay, cloaked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and
You guys are sleeping.
so my sword is still sheathed,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not attached to my belt. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take my sheathed sword and I'm gonna try and wrap it around this individual's throat, and I'm gonna try and grapple them with my sheathed sword and try and put a hand over their mouth as well, and just try and fully restrain them.
Okay, so since you're acting first, Let's do a strength contest.
Yeah.
You roll with advantage.
Ooh, I like that story.
What you laughing at?
I'm just sleeping and farting in my sleep.
Fucking got them.
It's a 13.
Almost effortlessly. The sword goes around, boom, and you pull this figure close to you. You feel a slender-ish body wrapped in this cloak pull up against yourself in the dark, and you now have this person hand over, and they begin to struggle, obviously, but it's very easy for you to hold on to them.
And I'm gonna kind of like shuffle them quietly around to the front of the tent and just go into the tent and like kick Zmog awake and like holding this person, just get the fuck up, get the fuck up, get the fuck, get up.
You hear the person struggling.
What?
And I'll like move over to Bear, just fucking get up, get up.
You wake up and you see Brune holding on to this figure. The tent inside is dark. You did turn the lamps out, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, or very low.
It's very, very low.
I'm gonna yank the hood of the cloak down.
Okay. And in the what little light there is, as you yank that down and your eyes would be adjusted to this dark, you see the face of the same woman who was at that fire. Charlotte is there, and her face is half covered, but she's looking directly at you. And she sees you, and she's just like,
Okay. They didn't know. She didn't know.
I'm gonna let her go.
and as you do, she's kind of like, God,
You gotta fucking sneak around.
fine, very well. You didn't know who I was out there. I was trying to protect you. If anyone in this camp had found those shards laying outside of this tent, it would have been a giveaway that you know what's going on. The very fact that you discarded them out there clues me in.
Yeah, these things are fucked up.
There is something in them.
So she knows. See that? She knows about the stones.
On our way here, we found a small child who had a rock similar to this. He seemed almost entranced by it.
Where did he get it?
I don't know. He said near a lake.
He found it.
He found it. And then, mere minutes later, we found this odd patch of
Darkness. It was dark, and there was big fungusy mushrooms that looked at me. Didn't like it.
But
We haven't
either way,
encountered anything like that.
But just the rocks. When did you guys come up with the rocks?
We came to this site. There was a tree stump in the middle of the campsite that had been carved out, and these were in it. Everybody here looked at this as like it was some kind of offering.
Is that tree stump still there?
Yeah, it should be. I think it's just sort of in and amongst the different tents, but it was almost as if they had been placed there to be found. Everybody just found them and thought they were just like a treasure, like they were just some kind of thing to be taken.
I think we. So you say, so what do you? You said that if they find out that we know about the stones, so what do you do? If you don't toss them out of your tent, what do you do?
Oh, first of all, they're not checking my tent to see if they're still there. Everybody took one willingly. Nobody's really it's not like they're placing them in people's tents to keep them. Everybody decided that that's what they wanted. I just told everybody I had one and got rid of it because it seemed to change everybody.
And the other friends of yours that have not succumbed to these
Same
stones,
thing.
they don't have rocks either. Huh?
No.
Okay. Well, we have a rock wrapped up because we thought maybe we.
And I wonder if Fred has his mind.
Oh fuck, Fred, not Fred. I hope Fred's okay. But bless you, bless.
Thank you.
Okay, so we need to get rid of the rocks. Clearly.
But don't you think we should figure out what's going on with these rocks?
Yes.
Someone has to figure out how to examine them and understand why all these people are going googly over them. Bless you.
Thank you.
I think
So, you guys have been here for a day, right?
a day.
Half a week, right?
No, more than
Ford
that.
said multiple, 3 days.
3 days?
Maybe more.
It feels like we've been here for weeks.
What?
Weeks.
What did Ford tell you?
You said you were here for a couple days.
How late is this group in getting to Pepperwick?
A few hours.
I mean, when we set out looking for you,
A few hours. Something's wrong.
so what are you saying? Time,
There's
space?
something wrong. I feel like I can count at least 10 days that I have memory of being in this place,
In this spot.
in this spot.
When did you all leave on your journey?
By my calculations, more than 2 or 3 weeks ago. But you're telling me now that I'm only a few hours late for Pepperwick when I thought that,
No, you're day late, at least.
This
so
is
by my calculations, I should be more than a week late.
Alright, now it's really fucking weird. I don't know.
I think we need to get out of here.
I agree. Your friends, the other people who aren't affected,
Yeah,
can they be ready to leave at a moment's notice?
probably. I would need to wake them. I'm pretty sure they're asleep right now.
Should we try and leave in the night and get these people, at least the unaffected, to Pepperwick? Get some of them out?
You would have knowledge that your horses were tied up in the middle of the encampment. They're not on the periphery.
Fuck.
Fred's dead. I mean,
Oh, they got to check on Fred.
yeah, but like, you know, we can check, but we could just sneak out of here possibly. I mean, they walk, we could walk, you know.
Don't you think Helene's brother-in-law is going to have a problem with the horses not coming back? And the mayor's going to want to have words about
you
it.
know. Yeah, but this should be fine.
Charlotte, you go talk to your friends. Let's meet. In relation to the road, where is our tent?
Your tent in relation to the road?
Yeah.
Probably about midway into the camp. There's like a central hub where all of the little arteries of Camp Rose meet, and you're sort of a right turn in from that. So there's like a center. So I'd say you're, if you go in like 10 tents, which are separated by about the width of a tent. So what would that equate to? 10 feet wide, 10 tents. Probably 60, 70 feet into the campsite, maybe 80 feet.
Hmm. 60, 70.
He had a shiver. He's like,
I did.
Yeah.
Saturn enjoyed it.
You get your friends. Let's try to meet back at the road.
at the road.
Yeah.
Like now. We leave now?
I want to go see if Fred and the rest of the horses are okay. See if we can get them out and then come back, and then we can. Hey, look, wouldn't it be better to be able to make the journey back to Pepperwood at night on horseback rather than?
Where
trying
am
to
I
walk?
meeting you?
Huh?
Where am I meeting you?
On the road by where we came in to this whole thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll wake Noof and Wince. I'll be back. And
How many? Really quickly.
What?
How many are you?
3.
3.
Myself, Noof, and Wince.
Okay. We'll make it happen.
Be as quiet as you can. And she's out the door flap of the tent, and she disappears.
All right. I want to make my way to Fred.
Yeah, I'll accompany you. I think let's gather our
Quiet
gear and then we'll quietly make our way to our horses and get our shit together.
Right. You know they're not going to let us out of here. Not peacefully.
Deal with that. Can I make an animal handling check on Fred to make sure that he's not being weirded out by all of this shit?
Yeah.
You need to give up.
Fuck's
You need
sake.
to just.
It's a 9.
You got a 9?
I got a 9.
Okay. So you walk up on Fred, and what was it you were trying to do with your animal handling?
I wanted to see if he was weird.
He seems normal. He kind of sees you coming, and he snorts a little bit.
Don't be too loud. We're leaving.
As we were heading towards the horses, is there anyone else awake in camp?
Not that you can see. It's quiet.
Okay. Tell Fred to be quiet.
Tell your friends, your 4-legged friends, to be quiet. We're leaving. Let's go. And we're going to make our way out to the road and try and find Charlotte.
Just so you know.
We're in the middle of a camp.
Well, you're in the middle of a camp, but what you have to realize is the horses aren't saddled. There's no tack on the horses. It's all been taken off. The horses have been brushed out. The stuff is there. It's like, thrown, like carefully on the ground. There's a couple of stumps there, and the saddles are set up, but
Strip their
it's not like the horse is just ready to jump on and ride.
Right.
Well,
You've never seen a Lord of the Right Dragonborn bareback a horse
I'm
before?
gonna say a little back
I'm
bear
not saying
dragon
you can't do
lord.
it. I'm sure you can totally do that, but
But that's a lot of tack and a lot of sorts of
you could
saddles and
quietly saddle your horses
I
here.
say we could at least.
Yeah,
But it would take a little bit of time. One of you could lead 2 horses, or maybe 3 horses, while the other one carries things. I mean, 3 saddles and tack is a lot to carry for one person. But all 3 of you are there.
I'm beefy and strong.
Okay.
Like I could probably carry the shit.
Yeah, I think it's very doable for the 3 of you to get the gear and move towards the road quietly.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's have a group stealth check. Have you put your armor back on?
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll this bad boy at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Wow. What'd you guys get?
Wow. Did you get this kind of stealth check?
Yep.
What'd you get?
Maybe a little more rowdy than that.
Really?
I got a 13.
13?
I mean, that's amazing for disadvantage. All right, with a 0 modifier, like.
Oh, we're all rolling at disadvantage?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I
We have heavy armor.
Yeah.
The 2
I'm just-
loud.
Yeah. No,
What'd you
it's- apparently, I stubbed my toe on a large chunk of horse dung and went, oh, fuck, what is that?
Dung or dong?
I rolled a nat 1
Just say
and
it. There you go.
+1 to my stealth, so that was a 2.
Great.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
An 8.
Hello, my baby.
Oh, my
Hello, my
God.
darling.
I rolled a 15 and an 8 with this advantage.
If
so.
I were going to play this correctly, your stealth isn't exactly the type of thing that has an immediate consequence. It's not like you set off a firework and all the tents empty of their people. But you're not quiet, obviously.
No.
And so you have the horses, you have the tack and gear between you, and you're moving your way through this tent city. And it's not quiet. But you can see that area you first wandered into this site where Fjord was with his tent and working with the stew pot. And you also can see on the periphery Charlotte, Noof, and Wince sort of cloaked and waiting. And as you approach, they begin to come out from their hiding places behind the tents. And you begin to move towards the road. And with that, in the darkness, you hear your own horse's hooves clop, clop, clop just quietly in the dirt as you sort of pad through the dirt. But then you hear something sharper, something not as clumsy and large or elegant and large as a horse hoof, but something finer, like something sticks in the ground, like. And you look up towards the road, and you see, just catching some of the moonlight, or maybe it's the stars in the sky, this massive white form as that stag, that elk creature, which is one of the largest woodland creatures you've ever seen before, steps out onto the road and moves right up in front of you and stands there and just kind of like lowers its head. And this rack of antlers, I'm not kidding when I say this, the 6 of you could climb onto. It is so large. And it just kind of like puts its head down and stands there and stares at you. And Charlotte kind of turns to her 2 companions, and you hear Noof, the guy in the center. He whispers to her, he's like, "It's like the first time. These things come out of nowhere. I don't know if we can get out of here."
Have you seen this before?
Yeah. There was a group after the first night. When they heard that the second night we were here, when we hadn't left to go, there were a few more like us. They wanted to move on to Pepperwick, and they tried to leave. And there were several of these that walked out of the darkness and just stood there and blocked the road. It takes a step towards you and
What
lowers its head down.
What happened to those people?
They were physically pushed back into the camp. 2 days later, they were like the rest of them.
Fuck.
It takes another step towards you. It scrapes one corner of the antler in the dirt. It's like this, and it throws a little bit of gravel and dirt in your direction. You feel a little bit of it scatter around your feet. Pieces of it pock off of your armor, and you hear like ting, 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 ting. Charlotte's like,
I have a
"You
better
guys
idea.
are armed."
I'm going to look at Charlotte and Noof and wince and say, "Can the 3 of you put tack on horses?
Yeah.
Each one of you take a saddle."
Okay. They each take the saddles from you. This thing takes another step.
I'm going to look at the 3 of them. Start preparing. I'll take the shield off my back. Draw my shitty sword. And I will step forward. I will plant my sword in the ground. And I will lower my own head, almost like I'm bowing in front of this creature. And I will look up and make direct eye contact with it.
It looks down at you.
Mad dog.
It lowers its own head, and it takes the corner of its antler, and it just ever so gently comes underneath your elbow, and it tries to pivot you around. It's almost as if it's trying to turn you back into the campsite. It doesn't try to hurt you, but it is trying to move you.
Yeah. I want to see, and this may be a real bad idea, is there enough room for me to really tuck in and like almost like Captain America style roll on my shield underneath the antlers and try and get on the other side of its head?
You can try.
That's what I like to hear.
I will say that, to me, that feels like an acrobatics check more than an athletics check, because that is very
It's more deft.
timed and deft. Yes.
Okay. With my big old +0 to this.
Tell me you rolled a natural 20.
You can look at it
I'm not going to need to check you. I believe you. You rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a natural 20.
Wow. All right. Describe to me how you want to do it.
Fuck. As this massive creature almost tries to kind of push me. I can feel like the point of an antler catch under my, because my arms are bare, so it's you hear the sound of ivory against shale as it kind of scrapes across my bicep, and I'll very quickly pull the sword out from the dirt in reverse grip, hold it to my chest, almost like I'm being buried, shield my my chest and the sword, almost like tucking myself in, and just flop down onto the ground and roll, pushing off of my shoulders, quickly come to my feet behind this creature, shield up, sword on the shield pointing towards it, and I will start stepping backwards along the road away from the camp.
Okay. And meanwhile, as this is happening, as this move unfolds, and this stag, this elk, this massive unidentifiable creature has a momentary look of confusion on its face as you miraculously just sort of dip in under this massive cage web of antler and come up behind it.
In primordial...
He needs to use the dragon's room.
He had to hit the little dragon's room.
He needs to go to the little dragon's room.
That was an act of desperation.
Yeah, it was. It truly was. It got too tense.
Yeah, it did.
I just want to double check if I do have that.
Primordial?
I think I do, yeah. In primordial, in the language of the earth itself, because I can only assume this is a spirit of nature. I will call out to it. I go where I please.
Okay. So in all of that, you do wind up behind this thing. You do notice, you catch a glimpse of Noof and Wince and Charlotte, who are currently cinching up underneath the saddles, as the saddles have been applied to the horses. And you're now behind this thing. What are you doing, Bear?
I'm just sitting here kind of like blown away by what the hell is going on over here. I don't want to fight this thing. It seems like Brune maybe got past. Yes?
Well, currently Brune is behind this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Brune is the only one behind this thing. The rest of you are on the other
lost
side
by
of
it.
this thing.
I'm trying to lead it away so
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
I
can get
get
more
what
room.
you're kind of doing.
How was
Yeah.
that?
It was close.
I think I'm just gonna kind of work over towards the horses and just see what happens.
Okay.
I don't know if there's really a way out of here, but
So you move over towards the horses as they're starting to finish tacking these things up. You are now behind this thing. And two things happen simultaneously
Oh, shit.
in this moment. One, you're behind this massive form, shield over the arm, sword here, I go where I please. And you sort of see this thing sort of momentarily look as best it can over its shoulder as the massive antler comes around its back and it looks. And you hear a voice from over at the tent that just says, "Stop. Don't hurt them." And with that, two more walk into the scene from the road. Again, massive sets of antlers. They just come in and they basically surround you. One of them, as it's walking up, almost has a dreamlike swagger. They're odd in that one has this real postured authoritarian stance. One comes in almost like a drunkard, and it drops its antler down into the dirt, and it's just like, and it like flips the dirt up into space, and again you feel some of that gravel fly past you. You see the postures on Charlotte, Noof, and Wince all change, and the voice came from Fjord, who has come out of his tent. You are now sort of behind one, flanked by one, and there's a second one behind that one.
Great.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna call out to Ford. What are these?
We're not entirely sure, but they, from what we can tell, they're good creatures. They don't mean you any harm. They just seem to get a little upset when things get defined in different ways. Maybe it's just not your time to go. Did you think about that? Maybe it's time to reconsider.
Nobody chooses that for me but me.
Well, it would sure be a shame to see one of these beautiful creatures get hurt. And with that, the one standing to your side just leans back, takes its massive rack of antlers, and begins to swing it around towards you. And that's where we're going to end. Oh. We will pick this up next week. Fuck. Where you will roll initiative. Because while I'm not necessarily saying this is going to turn into formal combat, we are going to go into a turn sequence order because it's too tense not to. All right?
Killing mystical stags.
Nice job tonight.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Sorry I had to run out.
I thought that was hilarious.
I'm not going to make it, man.
I really appreciated the way you ran out on that one. Couple of questions for you. Going forward, my inclination in this campaign is to actually use experience points and not to use milestone. The reason for that is because your characters, as they stand, should they live, will cycle through several stories, several campaigns. Now, you might decide somewhere along the line to introduce a new character at some point and shelve the character you have. That's entirely a possibility. If that character, the new one, goes out on a new adventure in a new part of the story because you want to explore some other thing, that character would get experience points for that adventure and the other one would fall behind. So I think it's interesting to have a cache of usable characters that can cycle through these things. Besides, the people watching might decide they have favorites that you play. But if it's milestone, I think that's too even-steven over the whole thing. And so if you should get the urge to play something new, I want there to be some kind of penalty.
If we say by the time these characters hit level 3 and one of us decides I want to make a new character, would we build a level 3 character or would we start from level 1?
It would be neither of those things. So it will not be an even, I get to build a level 3 character, because then there's no incentive for you to really pursue the complexity of the story with the character you have. But starting a level 1 character at that point would be really unfair. The 3 to 1, you might start a level 1. But let's say you were level 7.
Yeah.
Would you make a level 7 character or a level 1 character? No, but you might make a level 4 or a level 5. Or I might say you have this many experience points and you're like 4.75, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Right? How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Good. So we'll pick up next week.
Did we get any XP tonight?
I would say yes, you did get XP tonight. So let's just say, what is level 2? 300?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say that, number one, we had the encounter in the woods with whatever those creatures were. That was handled quite well, and I liked the idea that you wrapped that stone in a towel. You had the inclination to do that. You also snuck out of the tent with a very good stealth roll, and you managed to subdue whoever it was sneaking around back there. That led to more information in the story, which I thought was very good. So I'm going to say, just for some of the initiative you took in propelling the story forward, I'm going to put you at 150 experience points.
Sweet.
For the two of you, I also thought there were some really good moments in there, and I like to play this one where I like parse it out, right? I like there, and there's going to be moments where you come out way ahead in a given night. There's going to be moments where Garrett comes out way ahead in a given night. But I would say that the others, would get 100 experience points apiece. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
I feel like we all contributed to the story tonight. I just felt like some of the contributions you had a little greater success rate. So, cool. We'll give that to you. For those of you that are watching, number one, thank you so much for coming along. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to vote for us in the Crit Awards. We were nominated for Best Studio Production. So I'm really hoping you go out there and do that. Link in the description to get there. Also, you probably saw the video on the break for Boons and Banes and how you can affect our game. Not a lot of activity on that tonight, and that's totally okay, but check out our website, witheranbloomstudios.com, and go to the Boons and Banes tab and read about how you can acquire those to play in our actual game. You can affect this game, and if you haven't been here before, it leads to some really cool stuff. So consider that. JK Scuba, or the dice might decide on the non-favorites. Yeah, I like that, because we've got some bad dice rolls. So, really bad. So thanks to everybody for watching. We will see you next Tuesday night for session 2 of the Long Rest, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Follow along. Looking forward to seeing all of you.